rock and roll. All we do now, we don't like add in. Some clubs will play a little bit of rock and roll. We play only rock and roll. I like the girls that come here.
All right, we're on. Disco Acid Cold TV.
Let's go.
You know what's funny is I actually do have or not for well, I was gonna say there are topics, but there's like two that I'm saving for tomorrow just because we brought it up on Wednesday.
Oh shit! Oh, with the Brittany Furlan crap.
Yeah, that because that is continuing to go on. It's funny. So yeah, so Ronnie Radke filed the restraining order against her, and they declined it. The judge denied it because there's no violence involved. But Brittany Furlan now has recently filed a restraining order, and I'm saying, watch, they're going to approve hers because she's the girl in the situation.
Absolutely, they'll say that she faces potential danger since Ronnie Radke is a dude and she's a woman. So I'm sure it'll go through. You said she's nice though, right? Like in your messages with her.
Yeah, I mean, she came in hot, because I was talking shit about her.
Yeah.
And then I basically I literally said, look, I think you're being catfished,
Yeah, I feel bad.
Sorry. Yeah, I said, sorry, I think you're being catfished. And then I said, I made some joke. I was like, I'm fair though. If you come out and prove me wrong,
yeah,
I'll get on here and I'll apologize. And then she got nice and she was like, oh, I totally understand your perspective. And then she's like, I have a lot more though that I haven't put out.
Yeah, right. This has been going on for like a year, no?
Yeah, but I'm like, there's nothing else for you to put. Like, what else could there be? Like,
yeah,
Ronnie Radke has now also filed a lawsuit. I don't know how this works. He filed a lawsuit against anybody who is impersonating him on the internet. I guess he can do that. I guess his lawyer, they found some way that they can get the metadata from all these fake accounts.
Yeah.
So they can see the IP addresses of the people running them. So I guess they're going about it that
Actually,
way.
I could see that because the people that are doing this are harming his identity, which could harm his business revenue and his, he's a famous persona at the end of the day. His brand is his name, so that actually makes sense.
Yeah, and then there's even more. Ronnie Radke's girlfriend posted a screenshot of a message that Brittany Furlan sent to her that I was going to pull up tomorrow, but that's funny because Brittany Furlan's like talking shit to his girlfriend. I don't know. The whole thing is funny, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I did get stuck in that conversation with her, which I know I posted the story and tagged her. I would have tagged Ronnie too if he still had an Instagram, but I just tagged her because I was talking about her. I did not think at all that she was going to see this and then actually respond. And
that's awesome, dude. Maybe since Tommy saw your old video, maybe he just feeds their phones your content or something.
Yeah. No, I mentioned that to her. Toward the end, I was like, I just have to point out, they're like, Tommy Lee's reposted my shit, and I was like, sorry, I had to mention it, and she kind of brushed right over that. Like,
I was gonna say, I wish she would have said something about it. I'd be curious to know what he thinks about just everything, really.
Yeah, well, he's obviously on her side.
That's cope though in my eyes.
Yeah, he's getting completely cucked out in this whole situation. It's actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. He doesn't deserve all that shit.
Yeah, but that was really the only thing I had for tomorrow specifically, I think. I don't know. Johnny literally just texted me something about there was that case. They found there's some grave robber they arrested recently.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, some guy, I don't know if it's like Pennsylvania. I don't know. Some guy in some state, they found him. He's got like remains from like hundreds of graves. Like he's just been doing this. Yeah, in Pennsylvania. They're calling him a modern day Ed Gein. He has over 100 bodies in his basement.
Gross.
And this guy was selling them online, it says. I didn't even know that, like, I don't know how you get away with that for that long, I guess.
Yeah, someone would have caught him at some point. That's ridiculous.
I would imagine you have to get lucky and hopefully you target graves of people that, like, nobody liked them. Like, no one's visiting their graves.
Yeah, I guess only do it at like super late at night, but I really don't know. That's like some small town shit, I think.
Yeah, and then you'd probably have to like like when you dig it up, you probably have to put the dirt back in and then cover it back. Like so, the cemetery groundskeepers don't notice it. You've got to cover it up nicely somehow.
Yeah, that's a weird fucking crime in my eyes. Huh? Must be a sick fuck.
Yeah, the guy's got to be a weirdo. There's like
Yeah.
no, like with most crimes, there's like a general purpose for doing it that you could understand. Like, yeah, I want that guy dead, so I'm gonna kill that guy, or
Yeah, or
I
I'm gonna
need
rob this
money, so I'm
person
gonna
because I
rob this
want
like
money.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with grave robbing, it's like there's not really any benefit that I could think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, you said he was selling them? Maybe there's like a group of people out there that are just like sick in the head and like having dead people.
Yeah, it's gotta be selling. It's gotta be some dark web shit if he's selling like Bitcoin type shit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some like culty motherfuckers out there who think that like they can do fucking witchcraft with it or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, that's true. People doing weird magic shit.
Yeah, or they think they're doing shit like that.
I guess there's a video going around right now. It's actually hilarious. I think it might have been Somalis. I don't know, some ethnic group of ladies. It was like 3 ladies. They looked like some type of African or something.
Yeah,
They were walking just to go up to a store, and some guy with like either the meta glasses or a phone, he was just doing a prank, and he walked up to them and he started pretending that he was casting a spell on them.
yeah.
And they started freaking out and running away, and people are like, they're scared because they take this shit seriously. They're doing magic at home.
No, it's facts, man. Witchcraft is the fastest growing religion in the US. If you look it up, it's fucked up. That shit's real though.
Yeah. The thing about it now that I hate is that like if it when I look into that stuff, I want someone to be like, yeah, you got to go to a library in some rundown town in the middle of nowhere, and there's going to be a 94-year-old lady who's going to blow cobwebs off a book.
Yeah.
But when you look into it, people are like, "Oh, you buy this book on Amazon. It's called Witchcraft for Moms." And I'm like, dude, I don't buy into the shit when you like I know it is a thing, but just buying it on Amazon completely kills the mystique for
I
me.
actually think that's part of the setup though. I think they try and make it seem like, oh, it's just for like teenage girls or, young women because it's always young women that are into astrology and shit, but I think by them presenting it as something that's like, "Oh, you can just buy it off Amazon, haha, just for fun." I think that's them trying to make you think that there's nothing to this shit. Because I agree, if it were something that you have to get from some 94-year-old lady, you'd probably take it a lot more seriously and be more wary of doing it. But when it's everywhere and just on the internet, people don't think it's that real.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
guess that makes sense.
astrology is real, man. That shit's in the Bible. It says don't do that shit because to do that shit is to try and thwart the will of God.
Yeah.
You can't play God, man. You'll always be punished.
Yeah, I always think it's funny when Christians don't take magic stuff seriously because
Yeah, a lot of I think a lot of like American Protestants don't acknowledge the existence of that kind of shit, but it's all over the Bible, and that's why it says like don't partake in fortune telling, psychic, uh, astrology, none of that shit, because there is some truth to it.
yeah, and that's it's like the general like the white Christian moms like you mentioned the like giants and they're like, oh, that's not real, and I was like, bro, you read a book about a guy that raises the dead, like what are you talking about?
Dude, exactly. It's always like the white Christian moms who are not like they're not really into the faith like that, so they don't want to believe that some of the more out there shit is still true to this day.
Yeah, yeah, people are fucking weird.
Yeah, they only want to believe what they want to believe. But I mean, that's like the whole point of Protestantism, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I keep seeing people hating on Protestants online. Are Protestants the ones that are having like gay people in church and shit, and they've got pride flags in their churches now?
All of that shit, anything that's not Catholic is inherently Protestant because they're protesting the Catholic Church. Catholic Church is the OG church, but all like the mega church with like the pastors flying around with the WWE entrances and all that shit, that's all Protestant. All the gay pastors or whatever, pride flags and all that shit, that is inherently some form of Protestantism because obviously that shit would not fly in a Catholic church. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Catholic Church is like the OG faith.
That's just funny. There's this Instagram page I kept seeing for a while that was like, it was making fun of stuff like that. And there was this one church, they've got this woman preacher, whatever you'd call her, and she was like, I wish I saved the clip because I can't remember what it is at all, but it was fucking terrible. She's like, "Oh, this is a hard story to tell because Jesus might have been racist in this one." Like, it was
Oh
fucking
God, shut
awful.
up.
Yeah, it
That's
was
horrible.
terrible. She's like, "So I like to just leave the story out usually, but we will have to go over this, but Jesus said this and it was racist." It was just fucking the worst thing I'd ever seen.
That's horrible. Yeah, I seen one where it was like some sort of Protestant, like a preacher, pastor, whatever, and it was a trans person. And they're like, "Oh, actually, Jesus would have been down with trans people." And everyone in the comments was like, "Fuck no, that shit's literally like, that it can't be allowed."
I always hate to me, one of the worst, like, anti-Christian copes is when they go, "Well, Jesus hung out with prostitutes." And it's like, Jesus didn't just hang out with, like, unrepentant whores, like, these are prostitutes that, like, believed in him and, like, he was hanging out there for a rea Jesus was not just, like, banging prostitutes and smoking crack, like
Exactly. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that Jesus was kicking it in the back of a van in an alleyway, smoking crack with whores. But
yeah, and it's like,
obviously
no,
not
it's
the
because
case.
they were repentant and they were seeking there was a reason he was hanging out with them. They weren't just fucking OnlyFans girls that didn't think they
Yeah.
were doing anything wrong.
Oh, and he's trying to save them at the end of the day. It's not like he's hanging out with them because they're best buds.
Yeah,
But people like that's why I said like people like to warp things to make it fit their worldview, especially when
yeah.
it comes to Christianity. I've noticed.
Yeah, and it's all over the place on, like, those dating podcasts when they'll have, like, a Christian guy on and then a bunch of OnlyFans girls, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, you don't seem very, like, Christian," and it's like, "Bro, you're not even a Chri you can't use that against a Christian when you're
Dude,
not a Christian." There was this girl
yeah.
that I've talked about that I was friends with on Facebook until she unfriended me over this fucking exact conversation, and
Oh, let's hear it.
she was just one of those fucking retarded, like, I think I've mentioned this before, like, I swear to God, if you believe her Facebook posts, like, she holds the world record
Oh,
for
that
being
chick.
raped
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
by the most men ever, like, just anytime she leaves the house, she's just getting raped, apparently, according to her on her Facebook, just,
yeah,
but for some reason or another, like, can't file reports, can't talk to the police, one of those
yeah.
types. But she was like, I can't remember what she said, but there was one part where she's like, "I've read every single Bible, and I'm like, "Every single Bible? You mean the different translations? Like, there's one Bible, there are multiple like, what are you talking about? You've read every Bible." Like, and these girls will always do that. "Oh, well, I've read the Bible before." You clearly have not read the Bible before, and no one's saying that you should have or have to have, but
Yeah,
you're the
you
one
don't
that's
have to at the end of the day. Yeah.
you're trying to claim that you have, and you sound stupid because 'cause you're talking like there's multiple Bibles, and it's like, yeah, I get that you could call them different versions, but they're translations. That's
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's only 2 different versions, and I'm sure she did not read, either of them, so she's
no.
fucking lying. But, it's like those people that try and dunk on Christians where, "Oh, it says in the Bible that, men shouldn't cut their beards and women have to be, covered over their head for," but they don't realize that that's old covenant shit that's already been fulfilled. It's, Mosaic law, so we don't have to follow it anymore because Jesus fulfilled the first covenant. But, they try and dunk on Christians just by pulling these fucking random fucking lines from the Bible and be like, "See, that's why you're retarded." And it's like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, those people are always fucking I wanna go on the whatever podcast so bad, though.
It's in California.
Yeah, I know. I need to get if I get popular on the channel, that's, like, one of the first things I'd wanna do is I'd hit them up and be like, "Hey, I'm a popular guy, you should
They,
let me come on."
yeah, they have so many episodes and so much content. I actually think when you make it to 10K, I think they would consider having you on
Yeah, I would imagine.
because they make so many fucking videos. As long as you have somewhat of a following, I think they'd be down.
Yeah.
But it's in a city called Santa Barbara. Or at least it used to be. I don't know where they are now. I don't know if they've moved on since then, but it used to be there.
I think it's still the same. It always
Yeah,
looks like the same building.
it's beautiful out there too. So if you can, get out there, that would be cool.
Alright, I was gonna pull up this girl's page. I think I have it pulled up.
Let's go.
Oh, I do have the caption. The Groyper OF girls. So, yeah, I've noticed this, and I
Yeah,
think I think I'm right. I don't think these girls are legit. Uh, like I said, I follow this girl. There was another one that I swear was posting stuff like this, but now it's not on her page. Like I said, maybe she's posting stories.
yeah,
But there are these girls now on Instagram that they're posting Groyper stuff, but then they have OnlyFans accounts.
yeah.
And so I think they're just trying to pull in
You follow her.
they're trying to pull in the dudes. Oh, yeah, no, of course I follow her.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I was like,
awesome.
"Dude, I gotta keep up on this show." So, like, here's an example. I hate everything about and then the juice box emoji. And then it was a joke about how, in that song, "I Hate Everything About You" by 3 Days Grace, you could hear it as "I hate everything about Jews."
Yeah. Well, and she's
Um,
ripping a cig in front of a truck and all that shit, clearly
oh yeah,
trying to
all of
appeal
her
to
other
dudes.
stuff is her smoking cigarettes, listening to Alice in Chains. Here's her hunting with a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
No dirt, no dirt on the. People always point that out when the clothes look new. And then this one,
That's
outrageous
awesome.
anti-Semitic caption. IDK, I just really don't like, and then the juice box emoji.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's probably just clearly trying to capitalize on the popularity of the movement.
Yeah, she made her page. Her first post was on December 10th, and now she's at 40K followers. So it's obviously working.
Yeah, one for dudes to, claim that like, oh, no goy slap, no this, no that, and then to give money and to this OF girl is fucking crazy hypocritical.
Yeah, that's why I definitely think it's fake. Because if she was really, if she was like actually listening to Nick Fuentes or some shit,
Yeah,
she would not be doing OnlyFans.
no facts. You can't be.
It's kind of genius though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like to do the OnlyFans girls are doing crazy shit now. Like that Lily Phillips girl, did you see? She got baptized just like the
I
other
did
day.
see that. I actually think that was rage bait on her part.
I do too, because
Yeah,
literally, I follow her on Instagram too, and just yesterday she posted she just did a gangbang with 3 black dudes.
dog. That shit is disrespectful as hell. That's fucking crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, girls are doing
Weird.
crazy shit to, like, market, and then I feel stupid because 'cause I'm, like, still trying to do this, like, the classic way of just talking on the internet, and then here's these girls that are just destroying me in, like, the marketing field.
Well, they
Who
they have a bit of an advantage on you, obviously.
this one was actually
100%.
hilarious, though. Her with the fake bomb. What the Israel Revenue Service see is when they knock on my door asking why I haven't paid taxes since 2017, and it's a bomb on her chest, but it's a pack of hot dogs and like a cardboard box with some wires.
That's actually pretty funny. I like that one.
So yeah, she is funny.
Yeah. Does she have like the link in her bio and all that shit?
Oh yeah.
Dog.
Uh, where the fuck is the link in her bio? Does it only show up on your phone or something?
Oh, maybe check it out.
Yeah, let me see. Because literally just looked at her shit and she had the fucking link in her
Yeah,
bio.
I've never used Instagram on a computer, so I can't confirm.
Instagram, anything on the computer now is the worst, like Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
no, there is no link in this bio, but it says model. And she has a second page.
Oh well, if you look at the stories, it says links. I think the links are probably on there. Look at the highlights.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right,
so
it's
I
right
think
there.
if you clicked on that, I think you could probably see.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
here.
there you go. Yeah, made it free. Oh, dude, that's wild.
Yeah, no, they're doing a bunch of crazy shit to get guys to come over to the OnlyFans.
That's wild, man. Any dude that pays for this shit, I truly pity, and I hope they can find some discipline within themselves to not give money to this shit.
There's never been an OnlyFans girl that I haven't found their nudes online.
I remember there's that Kanye video of him talking about that. He's like, just go on Reddit, look at a bootleg the OnlyFans.
Yeah. So, me and Steven used to there was one girl on Instagram that we both used to follow, and we would always send back and forth to each other, and she was an OnlyFans girl, but we don't have OnlyFans, so we would just look at her Instagram.
Yeah.
And I remember one time when I saw some video about somebody talking about how you can usually find all these girls' nudes leaked online. I literally just Googled I went to her OnlyFans and looked at her handle, her, like, actual @ name.
Yeah.
You can just Google that and then type in OnlyFans and then leaks, and then there are, like, full on, like, websites dedicated to OnlyFans girls leaks and shit, and
Oh
it's
shit, that's wild.
yeah. So you can always find them. So I'm pretty much convinced that people that actually pay for that shit, what they're interested in is talking to them, which is just talking to the people that they pay to talk to them for. That's why they want it, and because you get personalized content.
If that's true, that's really sad. In which case, I feel even worse for them, and I hope they can find out that they're actually talking to the lady's assistant, who's a fucking dude, and they're
I
texting a man talking about this shit.
but everybody knows that. So it really has to be some real desperate shit because everybody knows, like everyone knows that
Oh,
OnlyFans girls aren't talking to you. They pay guys to do that shit.
dude, that's just fucking sad, man. People, we live in a sick fucking society, man. People will go work at their fucking slave wage job, give all their money to these chicks on the internet to talk to their assistant, who's a fucking dude.
The best part is that,
Terrible.
in 10 years, there's gonna be like a million Mia Khalifas like in 10 years or so, every fucking girl from OnlyFans is gonna come out and talk about how they were manipulated and
Yeah,
they were
facts.
taken advantage of. Oh, I didn't want to do OnlyFans, but society made me do it. And
I've seen some chicks say, blame their former OnlyFans activities on capitalism. They go, "Oh,
yeah,
well, if we didn't live in a capitalist society, I would have never done it." I'm like, dude, yeah, fucking right. Like you did it because you wanted to make hella money and not work. Like let's just call it for what it is. It's not capitalism's fault that you want to take the easy way out.
hey, what's up, Annie?
What's up, Andy?
Yeah, no, some of the coolest strippers I met back in the day were strippers that were like the honest version of that. Like you'd be like, "Oh, why are you doing this?" And they're like, "I don't want to work at McDonald's."
Yeah, just keep it a stack. You don't want to work I don't want to say a real job, like whatever, labor's labor, I guess. But I don't want to work a regular job because that shit sucks. Because it does. Let's be real.
Yeah, they were just like, "I don't want to work at McDonald's," but none of them would ever turn around and be like, "Oh, somebody made me do it."
Yeah,
I literally, there's a girl I know that has literally said that OnlyFans, the reason so many girls do it is because it's men's fault because men tricked them into believing that it's empowering, and I'm like,
that.
okay, then why don't you just stop doing it?
Well, and why would you believe that in the first place? Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I don't think Johnny watches the stream when he's not on. Why, are you
He,
gonna talk shit
he
about Johnny?
he's popped up a couple times, but yeah, probably not right now.
If he was here, he'd be in chat.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I've also seen that they're like, oh, men tricked us into thinking it was empowering. Do people just believe everything they're told?
Apparently, feminist, strong women do.
It's just stupid. Like, oh man, like no, you guys told each other that it was empowering, and really you're being a fucking
Yeah,
whore, and you want the easy way out on it. Like, oh, actually, I didn't want to do it. Like, no, you clearly did because you did it.
yeah. Yeah, it's funny how much of the girl on girl rivalry, like, they'll blame on men. Like, when they say, "Oh, I only wear
Yeah.
makeup, uh, like, for myself or because men want me to," and it's like, "No, it's because you wanna outdo every girl in the room," which is fine, but just be honest about it. Like,
No, exactly. So some women will even claim they do it for themselves, or they do it for their friends,
I always love that I
which
do
is
it for myself, and
ridiculous.
then because 'cause you'll see them run into this on dating podcasts, and
Yeah.
then the guy will say, "Okay, so when you go to bed, do you put your makeup on or take it off? Or, if you were the last woman on Earth, would you wear makeup?" And they go, "Yeah, I'd still wear makeup if I was the last woman on Earth," and it's like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
Right.
ready for tomorrow's closet sweat session."
Jeez.
Yeah,
Huge
he
pause.
is always sweaty. He was always sweaty on stream.
That's the drugs.
Oh, yeah, Andy, I got some more. I mentioned a little bit of it earlier. I have a bunch of the Ronnie Radke, Brittany Furlan stuff saved up for tomorrow.
Once Ronnie Radke beats this case, he might be goaded.
Yeah, he's gonna beat it, and then I'm gonna have to come out and completely destroy Brittany Furlan, and I'm gonna have to tag her in another video. And this
Dude,
time I'm not gonna be nice, and I'm
I
gonna,
was gonna say keep on destroying her, bro. It got her to talk to you. Why
yeah.
being nice to her is not gonna get her attention. You need to be mean as fuck to her. And
Well,
then
no,
you
I'm
can get
being nice
Tommy
for
Lee's
now.
attention.
I'm being nice for now, and then yeah, as soon as when it comes out that he's fine,
Dude, you
he didn't
should
do
you should
anything
spin
wrong.
the narrative, be like, Brittany Furlan fucking lied to me over DM. You could
Yeah,
show that she was lying to my face. She's a
that's what I
whore.
will do. That's what I will do. I'll be
And
like, she messaged me and she told me she had a bunch of evidence, and now it turns out she didn't. If I have to beef with Tommy Lee to make some shit happen, I will. I have no problem talking shit to some heroes. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about any of that.
you gotta be like fucking '06 Randy Orton, the legend killer.
Did I'll go def what is it? DEFCON 3, or is it Def or Death?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Remember Kanye going whatever
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah,
shit
it's
was funny.
DEFCON, going
Yeah.
DEFCON 3. I love how Candace Owens, when she was trying to defend that, she's like, DEFCON 3 is actually a military defense strategy. So is Kanye saying he's gonna defend himself against the Jews? Like, okay, Candace.
Oh, that shit's funny, dude.
As if Kanye even knew what DEFCON 3 meant. He just probably heard that shit somewhere and was like, I'm gonna say that.
DEFCON, yeah, and he knows.
But yeah, the OnlyFans girls are fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how much of our society it's plagued. I was hanging out with one of my buddies today, and he was saying that a girl that he knows that at the university we used to go to, he was saying that a chick he knows from the gym now does OnlyFans, and she charges $20 a month and has 1,000 dudes that pay for it every month.
Dude, it's crazy.
$20,000 a month, and this is just the chick that he knew from the gym. She's
Yeah,
hot, you know what I mean? She's
she's
super
not
hot.
famous or anything.
Yeah, she's super hot, but she's just a normal college girl that he knows from the gym. And, like I said, she's very hot, but, like, just to know that that chick is, making $20,000 a month is fucking crazy, bro.
Imagine being one of the girls that doesn't make money. There's a lot of those stories where,
Yeah.
like, the average amount I think is like $12 a month or like $100 a month that girls make. They think they're gonna like hit it big, but there's a lot of competition on there.
Yeah, I saw a good, defense for it. Have you seen the guy that's running for governor of Florida yet, that James Fishback guy?
No.
He's like a Nick Fuentes type fool, but he wants to implement what he calls a sin tax, and he wants to tax things like OnlyFans girls up to 50% of their income. Like, you can do this like shady bad shit for society, but you're gonna get taxed 50% for it.
That
He's
actually
going.
makes sense.
I was like, dude, that's actually a good strategy. Just like tax the shit out of this, and then they won't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, it'll kinda disincentivize it or whatever.
Yeah, they'll find something else. I'm sure. I'm sure they'll all go back to stripping, but
Yeah, it's funny how stripping was like the original.
yeah, but well, it's because this shit I'm sure is much easier. You don't have to. I'm
You don't have
sure,
to leave the
like,
house.
yeah, you don't have to leave the house. They do it from the house. It's inherently safer, probably, than being a stripper. So yeah, they're gonna do it. But if you made all of them have to go back to stripping, a lot of them would say, "Okay, I'll get a regular job and provide to society." That's really what the pain of the issue is. These people are not providing anything positive to society, and they're taking away money from working people.
Yeah, strip clubs are going under all across the country. The thing about being a stripper, I learned this because, my ex-girlfriend that got the job as a stripper,
Yeah,
the reality that hits strippers in the face is, you don't make most of your money from being on the pole, you make most of your money from lap dances.
yeah,
So, the reality is, like, you have to actually interact with dudes and, like, you have to do fucking lap dances, which is pretty close up.
totally.
Most
Yeah,
most girls think they're gonna become strippers and all you do is get on the pole,
yeah.
which I'm sure a lot of girls would be fine with that, but then once you say, "Actually, that fat guy over there in the corner, you have to give him a lap dance, that's how you're gonna get your money."
And he's gonna give you $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, dude, that shit, yeah, I remember I used to pick her up from work, and there were nights when she'd be like, "Dude, I got fucking $800." Like, from,
Shit.
like it'd be, like, from, like, 3 hours of work. When she first started, it was when, in California, strippers were independent contractors, and then, literally, like, a
That's
few
funny.
months after she started,
Yeah,
something changed about California's independent contractor status, and strippers were no longer independent contractors, so she had to, like, change up all of her like, the amount of money she made from stuff was different, but when she first started, it was independent contractors. You literally go into work whenever you want, so she just roll in fucking high on heroin at 2 in the morning.
yeah,
Well, not 2 in the morning because obviously they close. I forget what time they closed. It was either 2 or 3. It might have even been like 4. But she'd roll in at like
yeah.
11 o'clock at night high on heroin. She'd be there for 3 hours and she'd come back out and be like, "Yeah, I got $800." So,
That's fucking crazy. That's interesting. I didn't know it was so much for the lap dances. It does make me wonder though what changed in society to where dudes are willing to not even see the girl in person, but to give up all that money. You know what I mean? You'd think the strip club would be the more appealing option because you actually get to see the girl in person.
yeah, you
But
get therapy. She used to have a lot of customers that were straight up like, "Oh, I just wanna talk for half an hour," and they'd pay her
yeah, like that.
$200 to
uh,
sit and talk.
Like, I still think that's horrible and that's sad, but at least that makes more sense to me than being willing to give money to women over the internet that you're never gonna see, and you're probably not even talking to them.
Yeah, now people are so fucking antisocial, and I'm fairly introverted, but even I like to go out and talk to people once in a while, but everyone nowadays,
Yeah.
there's that thing about, like, Gen Z doesn't know how to fucking talk on the phone, like, people
Yeah,
are
dude,
so.
that's for damn sure. I know a lot of people talk about the Gen Z stare, and
Yeah.
I've worked customer service jobs too. That shit's fucking true. People will just like stare at you all fucking weird and like not be able to say nothing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, everyone now is, like, terrified of social interaction, so really OnlyFans is, like, the remedy to having to interact with strippers in real life, like, "Oh, just do it on the internet now," where you can text out your messages instead of having to go see them in person,
Well, and
and,
for the girl, you can have your assistants talking to 30 dudes at the same time, so you're making way more money than just yourself at the fucking strip club. Dude, oh man, this shit is fucking sick. It needs to be illegal. I see why other countries make porn illegal.
Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, a lot of these guys, like the scariest shit in the world is like an attractive girl. So it's like the idea
Yeah,
of,
that's true.
and on top of that, you got to think about the guys that go into strip clubs that think the stripper is in love with them too. And it's like,
Is
bruh,
that guy worse than the OnlyFans dude though?
No, because
Yeah,
at least the guy is like actually interacting with the girl. The
I
guy on
agree.
OnlyFans is
I
talking to
agree.
an Indian guy
Yeah,
who
yeah.
barely
Some
even
fucker in
speaks
a third
English.
world country texting him fucking typos.
Yeah, the guy on OnlyFans is talking to a dude. At least the guy in the strip club got up, got dressed, and like is actually talking to the
The
girl.
motherfucker probably put on some cologne before he left the crib to go
Oh
hang
yeah.
out with his favorite stripper. But what do you think about the argument? I know a lot of feminists argue that if porn was made illegal, it would increase sexual crimes. What do you think about that? Have you seen that argument? Oh, if porn's illegal, it'll make people more pent up and want to commit
Yeah,
sexual
dudes would
assault.
go out and start raping girls
I
en
don't think
masse.
that's true at all.
I don't think it's true either.
I actually think the less sexual content that people watch, the more like mild they are. I think watching all that shit is what turns people fucking crazy.
Well, you'd have to look at I agree with that, but you'd have to just look at rape statistics in like the 70s and 60s and 80s versus today. And then you also have to try to factor out immigrants and like illegal immigrants from that. So
Yeah,
that'd be a whole challenge in itself. And that's another funny thing
true,
about
true,
girl. I
true.
love when like white liberal chicks talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, rape statistics and blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, you want open borders. Like, what are you talking about? You know, like
I
you
saw a really good fucking video the other day. It was saying that, like you look at the statistics of like this percentage of men commit sexual crimes. So inherently women should be afraid of men, right? And I'm not saying I agree with this, but it's just interesting to look at. So look at that. But then you look at the what percentage of black men are the ones committing those crimes, and you have to consider that. So it's like, why is it okay to tell women it's okay to be afraid of men, but it's not okay to tell them to be afraid of black people? You know what I mean?
I literally just heard one of those arguments on one of the dating podcasts.
Yeah.
He basically he brought up the would you rather run into the man in the woods or the bear in the
Yeah,
woods?
yeah.
And the girl said, "Oh, the bear." And the guy was like, "Well, why?" And she's like, "Well, because I've been raped before by a man, so I'm afraid of men." And then he's like, "Okay, would you rather run into a bear in the woods or a black man in the woods?" And she wouldn't answer it, of course. And he's all, "Why won't you answer that one?" And she's like, "Because I don't think that's fair." And then he's like, "Okay, so you would choose the bear because you had a bad experience with a man before." He's like, "What if I got my ass whooped by a black guy last
Yeah.
year? And then now every time I see a black guy across the street, would that be racist?" She's like, "Well, yeah, that's racist." And of course,
Yeah, it's a I understand it's like a touchy topic for people, but if we're gonna say this, we have to be okay saying the other. Annie, it's 54% if you were genuinely curious.
yeah, we're close. We're close to hitting that below 50%, which I know a lot of white folks are real excited about.
Yeah, they're hype. Well, it's because white people got tricked into thinking that having kids is bad.
Yeah, and white people just hate white people now. It's funny, there's those clips of, like it was like Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon made the announcement. He's like, "We're within the next 10 years, white people will become a minority," and the audience cheers, and it's like, bro, I
Yeah,
guarantee you everybody watching Jimmy Fallon live is white, first of all. I guarantee you it's an
yeah. I was gonna
audience of
say
white
no
people.
fucking ethnic people are watching fucking Jimmy
Jimmy
Fallon
Fallon,
too.
yeah. No,
That's
it's
wild.
just like, dude, I get it, like, it's well, I don't get it, but, like, if you want a virtue signal for other races and ethnicities, that's fine, but, like, you just fucking hate your own people. Like, there's
No,
never been this like mass problem of people that just hate their own fucking people and like,
yeah,
I want us to die. Like, I really want us to die. Like, it's super weird.
no. People belong. No, people need to. Sorry, I was reading Andy's comment and I was reading one of her words and it came out loud. I said people belong because I was reading her comment, but people need to get their fucking heads out their asses, regardless of what race you are, and just fucking get a job, get married, have kids, and society's problems will go away. I truly believe that families are the backbone of a society, and when all the families are split up, baby mamas, baby daddies, three different dads for three different kids and shit like that. That's why we're at the point that we're at, because no one gives a fuck. If people don't even give a fuck about their own family anymore, how can you expect them to give a fuck about society?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is obviously the truth. Like,
Yeah.
so I was talking to a buddy of mine and his girl might be leaving is like the most context I'll give there, but
Ah.
she gave him that she's given him a million reasons, but she gave him the most bullshit fucking reason that I hate when girls try to say
Oh
now.
no. Let's hear it.
"Oh, I need to learn how to be happy alone. I need to be
No.
happy by myself." And I
I'm
was like,
sorry. I'm
"Dude,
sorry to laugh. That's fucked up.
no, I laughed. I was like, "She needs to
That's
quit talking to her
ridiculous.
doofy fucking feminist counselor," because the thing
Yeah.
is, The only like, the closest thing to an actual answer we have to the question of what is the meaning of life is getting married and starting a family.
It's
Or
facts,
or
man.
at least getting married. Like, you can at least like, finding your life partner is, like
Yes,
that is the
it's
closest thing we have to an actual answer of what is the meaning of life. And now that
absolutely.
people now are being taught, "No, you need to be happy by your," and it's like, "Bro, humans are not meant to be alone." Like, yes, you should be at a point where you don't fucking hate yourself and you don't wanna shoot yourself just because you're alone for an hour, but no, you're
Yeah.
not meant to be happy alone. No one ever said that shit ever in the history of humanity. "Oh, I need to learn how to just be alone in my house and be happy with," like, no, you don't. You need to go fucking find somebody that you like hanging out with.
No, exactly. Even the people who become like fucking monks and all that shit, they still kick it with the other monks. They're never truly
Yeah.
alone. So it's like, dude, if those motherfuckers still need other people, you still need other people.
Oh, yeah, I always love when they talk about, like, black right wingers, they call them, like, Uncle Toms and shit, and
Dude, it's
it's
true. I
like,
mean, you look at old school black people, dude, old school black people are not down with the shit that
oh,
young
yeah,
black people
like the
are
church
into.
ladies.
Yeah, church ladies or the unks that work regular jobs, like they're not down with that shit. Not even the other black people are down with that shit, bro. Come on.
Yeah, they're focusing on protesting and shit. It's like, you kinda hate your own family. Oh, yeah, and then there's that big mass problems of people cutting off their families because of who they voted for.
Dude,
Yeah, no,
I'm
people.
telling you, I actually think the first videos of people cutting off their families were psyops. I think it was meant to show people, oh, you can do this, by the way.
Yeah, if it wasn't a psyop, then it definitely is now. Because now you see it all the time. There are, like,
Yeah.
TED Talks given by, like, fat white chicks that are like, "Here's why I cut off my family and why you should too," and it's like, dude, that's just fucking despicable.
No, it's ridiculous. I don't even know what the people in my family would have to do for me to cut them off. I would never, because that's my family at the end of the day.
I think, I think we have an uncle
I know who you're
on our
talking about.
grandmother's side. I think he is, like, an old dude who, like, has messed around with kids or, like, is currently messing around with
Oh,
a
never
kid.
mind. Wait, is it the dude that claimed to have AIDS and he actually doesn't? And he was trying to sue a hotel.
I think that's the one I'm thinking
I
of
know
too.
who you're talking about. Yeah.
I think he got with some young chick and told her that God said they should be together, some shit like that.
Oh no, that guy. I know who you're talking about. The one. I don't. We don't got to get into it. I know
We
who you're
do
talking
have
about
some
though.
family members that yeah, you should probably avoid, but
Yeah.
other
Well,
than
and
that.
we're actually not related to that guy
Okay, okay.
because
Oh,
that.
wait, yeah, I think you are
Yeah, that
correct.
was a marriage thing. We're not related to that guy, thankfully. We're
Awesome,
not
awesome.
related.
I know
Fuck,
I know
fuck
I know
that
we also
proof.
have a black person in our family.
Yeah, one of mom's cousins is half black,
I thought we had, like, a full black lady, like, on our grandpa's side, I don't know, I'd have to ask
and we're
mom.
blood related.
No, I don't know. No,
Someone,
I mean,
hey,
I would
whip out
say
the DNA test. If I'm over 5% black, I'm dropping the N word on stream, bro. Let's go.
it's gonna, driving through my town, my 74-year-old dad discussing how society's collapsed, all the families have dissolved or left, all the buildings have come and gone. Yeah, no, it's a bummer.
It's facts, man.
You constantly see those Nick Fuentes clips where he's talking about, like, he says, "You see these clips of, like, America in the 1940s, and everyone looks happy, and people are walking around with their kids, and, like, no one's breaking into people's cars, and, like, no one's like, high trust society type shit." Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, that's why I always say, man, we used to be a real country, but then, that's what happens when families get split apart. Divorce becomes common. People don't see their dads no more. The family businesses are no longer really a thing. It's Walmart's on every corner. There's no connection to the place you live at no more, so people don't give a fuck.
I was gonna mention when Annie said up here, people
Yeah,
aren't focused on family and local communities, they're focusing on protest and crazy shit. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna talk about the chick in Minnesota that got shot,
yeah.
but what I will say is that,
Interesting
so,
how
like,
it's
me and
Minnesota.
you, if is I all I'm saying is, that lady has, like, 3 kids that people keep talking about that.
Yeah.
Dude, if our sister told us that mom was leaving her home alone to go out and chase ICE agents in the family vehicle, we would be having her 5150. Like, we would be deeply concerned. You know what I mean? Like, imagine our sister being like, "Yeah, mom was out for, like, 4 hours yesterday.
Ooh.
She was chasing ICE agents in the family SUV, blockading them." Like, we'd be praying for mom. Like,
Yeah, I
dude,
would pray for mom. I'll pray the rosary for her. That's fucking crazy, bro.
like,
I was thinking about that too. Like, if our mom were out there doing that shit, I'd call her and be like, "You need to stop it. This is ridiculous."
oh, dude, everyone in the family, like, we'd all be getting together and, like, having an intervention, like, getting our 51, like,
Yep.
dude, that's crazy
Yeah,
shit.
put her ass on home arrest. That's fucking wild. I was thinking about that. I think it was like I think it was like a protest for Palestinians or something, but which I'm not inherently against or nothing like that, but I can't stand the people that block the road. There's a
Yeah.
guy. Have you seen the clip of the black dude driving through and he gets in front of the protesters? He's like, I need to pick up my daughter. You need to move. And he's like, I have a daughter. I gotta take care of. You gotta get out of the road. And they're like, Free Palestine in his face and shit.
God.
He's just like, come on, bro. I'm like, do you guys see how ridiculous you look? People have lives they need to get to. You gotta get out of the fucking road.
Yeah, I'm lucky I live in a small town, but I've always wanted to like be driving and there's a people blocking the road protesting because I immediately want to get out of the car and just like put one of them in a fucking sleeper hold because like that shit irks me to no end. Like, dude, you realize you're blocking the road, like you're blocking off people that have nothing to do with what you're crying about. These people are just going about their lives.
Yeah.
There
I
could be a woman who's about to give birth. There could be someone driving to the emergency room. Like, get the
Yeah,
fuck
you
out of the
never know
road.
what someone's going through. I don't know if you've seen this, the argument that when they say like, "Oh, it's a good thing that we're stopping people from going to work because that's also pausing the chain of capitalism." I'm like, you are so fucking brain dead retarded. It's ridiculous.
Dude, I found this clip today, and I know it's an old one, but
Yeah.
I was gonna pull it up since we're on this topic, mostly just because I've been hearing the term Disney brain lately, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this clip actually completely fucking explains that. Let me pull this back up. Once again, I do not control the volume, so you guys gotta watch out because this is on Instagram.
Headphone users beware.
Yeah, it's not this chick. Let me move over. All right, let me get over here.
What in the fuck?
Don't kill me! Don't kill me! I'm a person! I'm a fucking person! Don't fucking kill me!
Okay, so this fucking little shaved head goblin bitch face retard.
Yeah.
You hear her crying. She obviously got in front of a truck. I think it's like an ice thing,
Yeah.
and they're driving. The Disney brain, did you see when she fucking dramatically threw off her mask and glasses and hat and said, "Don't kill me, I'm a person"?
Yeah.
Okay, this person literally thinks what's gonna happen is the driver's gonna see them and go, "Oh my god, she's right, that's a person. What am I doing? What have I done?" And they're gonna stop the car and everyone's gonna cheer and applaud. Like this is
Yeah.
fucking Disney brain. These people have fucking Disney brain. They think they're gonna be the hero from Schindler's List
Yeah.
because they got fat, shaved their heads, and stood in front of a fucking truck. Like,
Yeah. And are casually backpedaling to get out of the way.
yeah. No, yeah, look, just dramatically, "I'm a person," throws the, "Look at my face, I'm a human," but like, you're a fucking retard, and I wish that truck did fucking flatten you because we'd be better off without you, is the truth here.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just
that's
like,
fucking crazy. Well, because this chick clearly doesn't provide the society. She's out here fucking joyfully backpedaling in front of a fucking car. Like any reasonable person would be like, "Oh, there's a car in front of me. I should get out the way."
I wanna know who's the cameraman following the action like
Yeah,
that.
is he hitting like a fucking side shuffle to keep up with them and shit?
Yeah, dude,
It's
that's I'm like, "Oh,
ridiculous,
this is
man.
Disney." These people watch too many movies. They think life is a movie. She thinks that showing her ugly face to the driver is gonna have him like, she thinks the truck driver is gonna stop and break down and start crying and be like, "What have I done? What have I done with these hands?"
Yeah,
And like,
people think that they're gonna be the hero. I always hear that argument. Well, I'm gonna be on the right side of history. First of all, no, you wouldn't. But second of all, they're gonna look back and be like, oh, this person was retarded. You're protesting for some fucking fent addict in Minnesota or whatever. Who gives a fuck?
yeah, we
Uh,
need to reopen the asylums, and we need to also make it legal to where family members can force people into asylums. That's been a thing with that kid that went viral from Ned's Declassified that
yeah,
keeps getting back out
facts.
on the street. They can't get him in rehab because it's illegal to force people into rehab. There needs to be a law, and this should have happened to me, but obviously I was just good at hiding this shit from mom. But like, back when I was on drugs,
Yeah,
looking back now, it should have been a law that as soon as like mom found out or Calamity Jane's mom found out, they could have sent cops to come pick us the fuck up and take us to fucking rehab, like, or
yeah.
whatever
No,
institution you
it's
need to go
true. At the
to.
end of the day, you're committing a crime. I actually have a story about asylums. I used to work at a job where my boss was this old school black lady, and she maybe like 70s, early 70s, and she said, uh, the beginning of the end for society and the homeless problem was the closing of the asylums. These people are not fit to be out on the street, and there used to be places where you could go either stay or get help until you're not crazy anymore. But without that place, these people are left to fend for themselves on the street, which is not good for them or for the people trying to live their lives on these streets. Like people trying to go to work, and you have crazy addicts everywhere because they have nowhere to go. But if you brought back the asylum, it fixes the problem for both parties.
Yeah, and then if they brought back the asylums, they need to broaden the range of who goes there, because I'm sure that chick, that shaved head fucking weirdo in that video, I'm sure she lives in a home and like eats breakfast, lunch, and she obviously eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But
I
I
think
would
she
say
eats more than that.
yeah, but she needs to be put in a fucking asylum. Like if you're a fucking mother and like you have children and
Yeah, and you're willing to be run over by a truck. Clearly, you don't give a fuck about anyone but the camera.
yeah, you're out chasing federal agents, you're like LARPing as a fucking rebellion, whatever. Like you need to be put in a fucking asylum.
Yeah, it's like a retarded lesbian Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
it's these people watch too many movies. They all watched V for Vendetta or some shit. They all watched, they all watch Schindler's List. They all watch whatever Disney movie where like I was gonna say where the prince like kissed the princess, but they don't like that shit because that's too straight for them. So I don't know what the fuck they're watching, but they're clearly
They want
watching
it to
too
be
many
a
movies.
lesbian kissing her 30 cats.
Yeah, you don't like walking in your town, background noise and nut job, dude. In my town, basically, I like to, I make my TikTok videos just sitting in the car in like a parking lot.
Yeah.
I pretty much know it's time to go home when a homeless guy approaches my car and starts asking me for stuff. Like that is pretty
It's
much a
time to get
daily
out of there.
occurrence. Like I'll be sitting in the Walmart parking lot for however long. And yeah, every day, some homeless guy that I haven't seen before will approach the car and start asking me for shit. And it's like, okay, time to go home. Like I don't get to make my video today. I gotta go home.
Yeah, no, it does suck. Kind of off topic, but it does suck how bad San Francisco's gone. In certain parts really aren't that bad, but certain parts are. Because, dude, when you think about like the coolest city on earth, is there a better place with better weather than San Francisco? The
I'm
weather there
sure
is literally fucking perfect, bro.
I was gonna say I'm sure there is one that I haven't been to, but I always did like we used to go to San Francisco when we were in high school and we went
Yeah,
to some
dude.
cool shows there and it
You
was
got
always
the cool
cool.
fucking bridge, cool fucking buildings from, back in the day and all that shit, cool fucking history. It's awesome. It's a shame how badly they let these cities slide.
Okay, I got a great San Francisco story.
Let's hear it. I'd love to hear it.
Who knows? And does anyone know the singer Lights? I'm sure Annie, if she is still here, probably knows. But there's this chick singer. Her name is Lights. She's been around
Yeah.
since I was in high school. She's like when we were in high school. She's like the girl of our dreams.
Oh, Annie is here. What's up? Maybe she'll know.
Trump says he's cutting off federal funding. I saw that. I hope he actually does do that because
I saw Trump's gonna cap credit card interest rates to 10% too. If he does that, he's starting to become goated in my books. That would be tight.
yeah, conservatives need to actually start doing some shit because they don't do fucking anything.
Yeah. Annie knows.
Okay, yeah, she knows. Lights. She was like the scene queen back in the day. This was her.
Oh, okay.
Really good. A lot of really good songs. She's got a song called Siberia. It's like one of our favorite songs. This was like our Taylor Swift. We did like Taylor Swift, but this was like the scene kids Taylor Swift, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So she was doing a show in San Francisco. I think there's some venue called like the Great American something. I don't remember, but she was doing an acoustic performance there.
Yeah.
And me and Laban and our buddy Dante, we got tickets. And we were like, bro, what's with your YouTube chat? I don't know what's with my YouTube chat. You got to explain.
Maybe there's something we can't see, but go on.
So we got tickets to go see her. And we go see her. It's fucking awesome. We're simping out. And we go outside and she is standing on the sidewalk. Her SUV is behind her. And there's never seen as many drop messages. I'll look at it. She's standing on the sidewalk. She's got two security guards next to her, and her SUV is behind her. But she's doing a meet and greet with fans. There's a line of fans, and they're meeting her, and they're taking pictures with her.
Yeah.
So we get in line. Of course, we're gonna meet the fucking love of our lives. And we're waiting in line. We're moving up. We're moving up. We are literally the next people in line. Like there's one person taking a picture with her, talking to her, and then it's me and my two friends. Like I'm gonna get my picture with Lights.
Yeah.
Some fucking crazy crackhead lady runs up on the scene and starts screaming, "What's going on? I want to see what's going on." And she basically rushes towards Lights, and Lights security guards throw her in the SUV and she drives off. I was literally next in line.
Way.
This would have been like this picture would be like the background of the stream. This is how important this picture would have been.
Yeah.
One cool story that actually came of it a couple years ago, I messaged Lights on Instagram and said, "Hey, I just thought of this story for some reason. I had to tell you about the time that I saw you in San Francisco." And
yeah,
crazy homeless person rushed and you had to leave, and she responded and she was like, "Oh yeah, that does sound like San Francisco," and then she replied with a heart and was like, "Thanks for listening to the music," and
Dude,
blah
that's
blah blah.
goated. You should have said, "Let me get your number, baby."
No, she's married to Bo Boken, the singer of Bless the Fall.
Oh yeah, you can't beat that guy, I'm sure.
Drop messages like
Dude,
Ship has
that's a
mentioned
fucking
before.
cool story. It makes sense. I have a San Francisco story from a concert too. Me and my friends saw this Japanese girls rock band called Scandal, and we're all like 18 at the time, and we're waiting in line, and these two dudes in front of us keep trying to talk to us, but we're pretty much kids at the time, and this guy's significant one. We're like, oh, like let's not talk to this weird ass fool. But he keeps on talking like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" Yada yada yada. So we're just giving him like bullshit ass answers, and he was hella annoying. I remember he had this like distinctly very annoying voice, and we're like, "Dude, this guy needs to fucking just like." But we're behind him in line, so we can't avoid him really. And whatever, we go to the concert. Concert's tight, whatever. And then we go to San Francisco the next year just to kick it. And I hear this dude talking, this homeless guy begging. We walk right past him. And I'm like, I swear I know this guy from somewhere. I swear I do, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And they're like, nah, you're probably tripping. And then I realized it was the dude that was in line in front of us for the concert. He had become homeless and on the street within the year that had passed, bro. We were like, no fucking way. Dude, it was fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Francisco. The downfall of San Francisco has been crazy. I haven't been there since I was there with Calamity Jane. So this was sometime like it might have been New Year's 2014 to 2015.
Oh, shit. Nice.
It might have been then was the last time I
A
was even
little
in
over
San
10
Francisco.
years. I can't lie, I still enjoy going from time to time. It's still pretty goated, especially if you stay away from, like, the more homeless areas. Like, if you go to Golden Gate Park, it's still really nice. There's not many homeless people there at all, if any. I've never come into any out there. But, some parts are just like, man, like, it's tough because 'cause they're pretty aggressive out there too.
Fizz, I did look. I didn't notice any dropped on my end, but I didn't look forever. I don't want to. I was listening to Protomax talk, but I'll try to pop them all up on the screen as I see them. Yeah, no, San Francisco does have great weather. I hate hot weather, so I always like San Francisco
Dude,
for the.
exactly. Even in the summer, it's got like that nice, cool, fucking brisk air. But yeah, I've never had problems there. But all it takes is that one time for your car to get bipped, and then it's like
Yeah,
you don't want to go back there again.
I know. I had a lot of fun the times I went to Seattle, but the
Yeah.
last time I was in Seattle was um let me see. Whenever that Kurt Cobain movie Montage of Heck came out, that was the time, and that was 2015. So after the Chaz Chop incident, I lost faith in Seattle. But
Yeah, I've heard Seattle's pretty crazy nowadays, which sucks because Seattle's another place that has like some of the best weather on earth in my eyes.
yeah, I know it was awesome. I went there twice. The second time, literally just to see a movie. It was only showing in Seattle or Los Angeles, and obviously,
This is a side tangent. I remember back in the day, my ex girlfriend went to Seattle with her family, and I asked her, like, "Oh, how's the trip going?" And she sent me a picture of herself in front of like the Space Needle with like tears in her eyes. Like, I guess she had been fighting with her family and shit. She's like, "Oh, I'm having so much fun." I'm like, "It doesn't look like you are, bro. What the fuck is that picture?"
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
The bear, the cattle prod, and the promise of cocaine. I would say it depends on the quality or the
Ah,
amount of
dude,
the cocaine.
Bay Area is still goaded in my eyes, but they need help. That's how I look at it. No area is unsavable. They just need help.
A lot of fucking help at this point.
It's true, a lot fucking help. We need complete system change. We need to take the tweakers off the streets, which won't happen. But if it did, I think that would definitely be a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, some people just need to be thrown into fucking places. Like that's just the way it has to be.
Yeah,
And I think that's for their own good too.
yeah. That's the way it's always been throughout history. I think it's a recent change in thought process of like, oh, we can't do that. That's inhumane. I'm like, since when?
I know it was. I remember reading it only a little bit about this, so I don't know a lot, but I know it was
Yeah,
Reagan that like officially
it
closed the
was.
asylum. So people try to blame him, but what I was reading was that that's like a Democrat talking point. They'll say Reagan's the reason they closed all the asylums. But I read that what was happening throughout all of the 70s was that the asylums were all being defunded because Democrats were pushing
Yeah,
other things like psychiatric medications and
yeah.
whatever. So by the time Reagan got in, the asylums were all shit anyways because they've been completely gutted because
Yes.
of so Reagan just said, well, fuck it, quit spending the little bit of money that we're spending on them. So again, it's a
Yeah.
both parties thing. Again, the way they try to blame AIDS on Reagan, and it's like, no, both parties fucked up with AIDS.
Yeah, well, it's true. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a cost-cutting measure by Reagan because they were already in shit condition. If they were good and helped, society, he would have kept them, I'm sure.
I've always been down for Jefferson. That was like one of
The
my
state
favorite
of
parts. The first
Jefferson.
time we drove up to Seattle and I saw all the Jefferson, I learned the lore of Jefferson. I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. So like,
It is fucking goated once you learn more about it.
there's a population of people in California and Oregon that want guns and they want Jefferson. So let them have Jefferson.
Yeah, they're tired of all the shit. They just want to live out in the country with their guns and shit. And I say let them, bro. They're not down with all the shit that their money's going towards. I totally understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, that's like the worst part of it all when it comes down to it is that like it's all of our money that goes into the shit. I am like heavily
Exactly.
debating like not filing my tax return this year.
I see a lot of people talking about that. And with the lack of money that we make, I'm sure it wouldn't even be a big deal. But they're not gonna come after us for our measly earnings.
Calamity Jane did not file her tax return in the year of I think 2019 when we were together, but we broke up in the summer of 2019. So I don't know what happened, but she made it from the start of 2019 till the summer of 2019 before we were looking for like because we've heard they'll garnish your wages, like they'll pull money out of your
Yes.
fucking bank account and shit. Like
Yes, it's true. They'll put you into debt. Any money that you get deposited from, say, a job like direct deposit, it will go straight to the government instead. It's really not worth it because you can't defeat the system alone.
yeah, that's the problem is you can't do it alone, but everyone is too scared to do it. But it's like, bro, if like 10 million people actually did just do it, something would happen.
Fizz, if you're telling the truth, what repercussions have you faced? He says he hasn't submitted taxes in the last 10 years. If that is true, there's got to be some kind of repercussion that you face. Is your credit fucked or something?
I've seen random comments from people here and there that will say that, yeah, they haven't filed. I think that Zeitgeist documentary, there's some people on there. It might have been a different documentary I saw, but I've
Yeah.
seen a documentary where there's a group of people that say, I haven't filed my taxes in, if they're like people that claim they used to work for the IRS and they're like, there's no actual, those people that say there's no actual law on the books claiming you have to file. And they're like, I haven't filed for 20 fucking years and I've been fine.
There are Joe Rogan has talked about this on his podcast. There are celebrities who will excuse me, fuck. That was disgusting, my bad. There are celebrities that will get these financial advisors to say there's technically no law stating, and they all get thrown in jail for fucking tax evasion. So
Yeah.
it's really not worth it. All right, there you go, Fizz. That makes sense. I
So
figured- I
Fizz's
figured
credit
as
score is
much.
probably 0.
Yeah, Fizz has no credit, but yeah, there are people who will avoid any type of bank or it's the cash under the mattress type foods that are
Yeah,
doing
Mr.
this shit.
Krabs.
Mr. Krabs, exactly. But dude, having no credit makes your life fucking super inconvenient.
I basically have. Well, I'm in the fair range. That's all I know for my credit
Yeah,
score.
I think mine is like the low good because I'm fucking broke sometimes. But yeah, you can't get an apartment. You can never. It is a fucking scam. That's how they keep you in check, bro. But you have to
Yeah.
play into the system if you want to own a house or take out a loan. Sometimes you need a fucking loan. But I guess if you can make it on all cash, good for you, brother.
Yeah, that's what I would say. If you can do it, then fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Used to have a credit score in the 600. I thought for some reason I misread the text and I thought it said 80s, and I thought he was saying
In the 80s is
I
fucking
thought he was
good.
saying I had a credit score in the 80s. But no, yeah, no. If you could do the all cash lifestyle, I say hell yeah.
In the fucking 80s. Now, Fizz is
Now
capping a chat. I'm sure Fizz fucking nuked his credit and now says, "Oh, it doesn't exist anymore," and his score is 137.
I've seen some Instagram reel I came across. It was like a group of black kids and they were clowning one guy and they were like, "Show him your score," and he pulled up a score and it was like fucking 42 or something.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
But yeah, no, it is a bummer the way that they kind of force everyone into this whole thing.
Yeah,
that
they
just-
do.
you have
That's
to
why
do
I
it.
find it funny. Not that I'm like a China apologist or nothing, but people were always talking about, oh, China and their social credit system. I'm like, brother, we have the same fucking thing. Our behavior is encouraged to be a certain way by our credit score. And if you have a bad one, you can't get shit.
Yeah, it's called getting fucking canceled. It's like a social thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, dude, the system absolutely plays into how we act our daily lives. The more you play into the system, the more opportunities you get. There you go.
I have always wanted to pull out a huge loan and just never pay it back and just let my credit score go.
It depends on how you get it. There are actually financial advisors. Well, take this with a grain of salt, of course, but there are financial gurus who are all like, "Oh, just go into crazy debt. Debt is leverage. Yada yada yada. I'm $1 million in debt right now." But I think that's a very slippery slope that can get your life ruined, and then you're just in debt for generations.
Yeah.
I guess if you don't have kids,
When bill collectors actually send my work garnishment requests.
brother.
That's pretty funny. Does your work just say whatever?
Dude, if your work denies that request, that's actually fucking sick. I fuck with that.
Yeah, that would be a good workplace. I'd be down for that shit.
I would say, whatever fucking interest on fucking loans is actually a fucking sin, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I wonder what people introduced high interest loans into the country.
Yeah.
Who did that? Why do our coins have ridges on the sides of them?
All right, let me run through this. I'll do the Dragon Ball GT episodes really quick.
And we finally got to one of the goated episodes, episode 27. Fucking goated.
Fizz, continue on. I will still keep responding to you, and if anyone else is here, but we're gonna run through the GT episodes really quick.
Yeah.
Also, want to say it's a collection. There's no fucking way I'll ever pay it. I'm surprised you're not in collections already, but
No, Fizz is absolutely in collections, whether he knows it or not. But that's why he's saying he's not gonna pay it.
He's just not been pulled over yet.
Yeah.
All right, Dragon Ball GT 26 and 27. So 26, we start off. Goten is talking shit to Baby. They're about to fight.
Yup.
But Goten's still being smooth. Valise calls him on the phone. So Goten turns Super Saiyan. No, so Goten on the phone with Valise throws his phone up in the air, whoops Baby's ass, and then catches the phone and starts talking to Valise again.
Oh yeah.
Goten turns Super Saiyan, starts Kai Blast spamming, and then he launches a Kamehameha, and Baby rides the Kamehameha up to Goten's body, which is funny because everyone talked about Goku doing that shit in Super like it was the coolest thing, but I'm like, oh, Baby did it here.
Yup. You'll notice that the more we watch the show, the more stuff is pulled from GT later on.
Yeah. So now I start calling him Baby Goten.
Yeah.
So Baby Goten walks back over to Valise and blows her off. I wrote probably ruining his chances with her, which I think is the worst thing he'll ever do, is ruining Goten's shot with Valise. But she did still remain sympathetic to him when he left.
She'll probably start liking him more now.
Yeah, that's true. Girls like guys that treat them like shit.
Yeah. Fucking but dude, Goten back at the crib fucking being a bitch to everyone is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, Chi-Chi's reaction to it is what's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, real quick, back with Trunks, Goku, and Pan, they find another Dragon Ball. It's inside of a giant dinosaur. Goku goes into the dinosaur. We get another Looney Tunes comedy bit where this Goku flies through the dinosaur's stomach and it pops and he deflates like a balloon and he's tiny. It's funny at the very end when the dinosaur's tiny and he's crying, they're laughing at him. I'm like, bro, you guys just ruined this guy's life. He's gonna get eaten by a bigger animal now.
Yeah, facts.
So Goku is stressing about Baby, and I wrote, as they fucking should be, because they literally just let him run off. And Pan's like, no, we finished him off. And it's like, brother, he escaped, you guys. Like, of course he's out there causing chaos.
Of course.
You spent a whole episode of you guys talking about how evil this guy is. You let him run away. Of course you're stressing about it.
Yeah, intergalactic threat, and you let him go.
I wrote, we finally get Piccolo. He is aura farming by a waterfall, and he senses a disturbance with Earth. And then we go back to home, Bulma's house. Chi-Chi is mad at how long Goten has been out on this date.
Yep.
So I need someone on really quick, Fizz. So someone touched to collect. My work just sends them back a response that I'm already at max garnishment. Okay, so your workplace is on board with the shit. Your workplace sounds gangster. So yeah, Chi-Chi is worried about Goten being taken advantage of by this city chick.
Yeah.
Goten finally shows back up. It's Baby Goten. They obviously don't know this. And Baby Goten just keeps wanting to know where Vegeta is, and he's being hella rude. And so Chi-Chi slaps the shit out of him. To the point where Baby's like, oh, she's also a fighter, so she must have really slapped the shit out of him.
Facts, bro.
And I like how Baby, so we hear Baby's inner monologue inside their heads. I like how Baby's like, this must be Goten's fucking mom. Like, oh, she's also pretty badass too.
Yeah.
So then Gohan walks in, and Baby senses that Gohan is stronger. So Baby Goten challenges Gohan to a fight. So Gohan leads Baby Goten to some isolated place, and Gohan says, I know you're not Goten. I just didn't want to stress my mom out.
Yeah, based.
So they start fighting. Obviously, Baby wants Gohan to power up, show his full power so he can get into him. So Baby Goten basically has to provoke Gohan into powering up, but Gohan won't do it because he doesn't want to hurt Goten until finally Baby Goten starts blasting shit like crazy that it might blow up the planet. Something to that degree. So
Yeah.
Gohan has to power up. He turns Super Saiyan, and finally Baby gets into Gohan. This part I really fucking hate. Piccolo shows up
Yeah.
and challenges Baby Gohan. Piccolo shows up and knows what's going on immediately, calls him a parasite.
Yeah.
Gohan Kamehamehas him, and then Piccolo's just gone. Baby
Yeah.
doesn't go down to like make sure he's dead. The episode ends. Just Piccolo was just disposed of by one Kamehameha from Gohan.
Yeah, Piccolo's been washed since the Buu arc, man. If you go back and watch that arc, dude, he's washed.
Well, I saw a clip of the Buu arc, and I thought it's funny how me and fellow Vegeta fans complain about how poorly Vegeta was treated. Bro, in the Buu arc, when Dabura spit and turned Krillin and Piccolo into stone, they literally lumped Piccolo in with Krillin.
Yeah, he's that weak by that point in the arc. I don't know if you ever get the washed anthem TikToks on your feed or nothing like that, but they do it for basketball players a lot, and they made one for Piccolo post Buu arc. I was like, ah, shit. It's true though, man.
Oh, dude, your boss doesn't even let you go to fucking jury duty? That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, no, they really treat, and it's funny because I've heard that Piccolo is Akira Toriyama's favorite character, and I'm like, why does he treat him like shit then?
No, facts. I've always thought that too. I think it's not so much like treating him like shit. I think it's just like before Dragon Ball Super came out and everyone got these random fucking power ups. I think it was like, how could we make Piccolo strong enough without destroying the plot? And it's true, you really can't until you get to Dragon Ball Super and they just make everyone strong. But yeah,
Yeah.
at this point in the show, there's no feasible way to make him as strong as the Saiyans he can't transform.
I mean, they could have thought of something. I don't know, have him fuse with and bring some other Namekian into the plot and have him fuse again or something. Just like
Yeah, but all those Namekians are way weaker than the Saiyans. It's like a power scaling thing, and I actually appreciate that they keep Piccolo weaker than everyone because he should be. Piccolo can't compete with Super Saiyan 2s and Super Saiyan 3s and shit.
I don't think it needs to be like as strong or stronger than them, but give him something. I mean, dude, he took one Kamehameha from Gohan. If you've never seen the show, you would have thought he died. Like the way they showed it, he like sat there in the blast with his arms out and was like, I thought he died when I first saw this.
Yeah, no, Gohan. It does show off how strong baby Gohan is, though. So I think that's what they were going for. But yeah, he did get bitched at the end of the day. I agree.
Yeah. So the episode ends with Piccolo just eating a Kamehameha from baby Gohan, and then. Episode 27, we start off, we see Vegeta has been shopping with Bola this whole time, so we get this great scene. Vegeta mentions that he paid for everything when we all know damn well that Vegeta's got no job.
Yeah, in fact, I was thinking that too. I was like, you didn't pay for shit, bro. You got Bulma's credit card.
Yeah, Bulma paid for it. And then it's funny because then even Vegeta's like, you're just like your mom. And it's like, you don't pay for her shit either, Vegeta. She pays for your shit.
Yeah, facts. Vegeta hit her with the women be shopping shit.
Yeah. So some dudes roll up in a car next to them and they start hitting on Bola even though she's like 12.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And Vegeta rips off their steering wheel. Essentially, I mean, we saw that they're alive, but he might as well have killed these two guys.
He has them drive off the fucking side of a mountain.
Yeah, they fly off a mountain into the ocean.
Yeah.
So back at Bulma's house, we see baby Goten and baby Gohan are both back. But obviously Bulma and Chi-Chi still don't really know what's going on. So baby Gohan senses Vegeta now that he's closer, and he leaves to find him.
Yeah.
The whole time, Chi-Chi's freaking out, and she just thinks her kids are delinquents.
Yeah.
She just kind of doesn't really know what's going on.
Mm.
Back with Goku, Trunks, and Pan. They find a Dragon Ball on some frozen planet. We're kind of just keeping up with them.
I think that's the last one, right?
Yeah, this is the last one. And then so back on Earth, baby Gohan finds Vegeta, and Vegeta immediately knows what's up.
Yeah.
And Gohan attacks him and Bola. Vegeta tells Bola to go home. Gohan drops the Tuffle Sand lore, and Vegeta remembers right away who it is and starts talking shit to him.
Yeah.
Back at home, Goten wakes up and doesn't remember anything, but then is pretty much immediately he's repossessed, which is like the baby eggs hatch or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
So then he leaves to go help baby Gohan fight Vegeta. So baby Gohan tells Vegeta that I like this line. He's like, "Oh, if you want to beat me, you're gonna have to kill your friend's son." And Vegeta's like, "What makes you think I have a problem with that?"
Yeah, go to Vegeta, man.
Vegeta, cold as ice, will kill Gohan and not give a shit about it.
Yeah.
So baby Goten shows up, reveals that he is also baby, and he's not there to help Vegeta. He's there to help Gohan.
Yeah.
In the middle of the fight, baby gets into Vegeta. Vegeta is able to put up a little bit more of a fight. We get a scene of like Baby talking to Vegeta from inside himself, and
Yeah,
Baby
that
drops
creepy ass scene where he pops up on his cheek and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Baby drops more lore about how the Saiyans basically genocided the Tuffles and kicked them off the planet. So a few of the remaining Tuffles turned themselves into parasites and devised this whole plan to take back over the universe or take over the universe or whatever.
Exactly.
And so everyone's taken over. Well, Vegeta, Gohan, and Goten are, which pretty much means everyone's coming up soon. And then we see that Goku gets the last Dragon Ball, and they start heading back to Earth, and that's where it ends.
Yeah. One thing I really like about especially episode 27 is more as a kid, but even now, it really feels like Baby is like a serious threat to the gang. You know, like it really feels like they could lose this shit. And for a while they do. I feel like the stakes are very high. It's something that Dragon Ball Super fails to accomplish. There's just never and the danger never feels real in that show.
I saw a clip recently that I'm sure is coming up in the next episode, but it's the clip of when Goku's back at Bulma's house and he sees Goten and Gohan and he's like, "Hey, what's up, guys? It's good to see you," but he doesn't know that they're Baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is like the closest to like horror that Dragon Ball has ever gotten. Like they get back to their home planet and everyone is taken over and is not who they seem. Like it almost seems like horror style
No,
Dragon Ball.
exactly. In that creepy ass scene where Baby pops up on Vegeta's face and shit, like it's genuinely creepy shit, and the danger feels real. Like you wonder, like how is Goku supposed to be all of them if they're all possessed? Like how is this supposed to happen? That's my problem with Super and what I like about GT so much. In Super, if anything goes wrong, this Angel guy can literally turn back time and you can just go fix it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, there's no stakes.
There is only actually one complaint I do have with the entire Baby arc,
Let's
and
hear it.
there's no other answer. Like the only other answer would be have Baby take over Piccolo, and then somehow explain that maybe Piccolo and gets a huge power boost from Baby. My only complaint is Vegeta gets taken over and turned back into the bad guy. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
we did this in the Majin Buu era. I know it's a little different because Vegeta essentially tricked Babidi. He took the power boost and disobeyed him. He just
Yeah.
wanted to fight Goku.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we did this. We did this with the M on his forehead. But now it seems to me, it seems like an easy cop out. Like, oh, let's make Vegeta bad again. We can always just make Vegeta bad again. And then even in Super, they did it with Goku Black. But
Yeah, if you consider Baby Vegeta to actually be Vegeta, then yeah, I agree. I think for me, once he changes into his second form, Super Baby 2, he looks so different from Vegeta that I actually forget that it's even Vegeta. I don't know if you agree, but you know, like when he gets the fucking I have the action figure. By the time he gets into this form, I kind of forget that it's even
yeah,
Vegeta because he looks so fucking different, man.
I think you got me that one
I did,
last
dude.
year.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a fucking sick ass figure. I really like this one. But yeah, like once
It's
he
a
looks
cool
like this, I
character.
kind of forget.
The only thing I would argue back is that it's hard to, as much as it doesn't look like Vegeta, it's hard to not think about it when you're like, oh, Vegeta's not here fighting alongside Goku.
Yeah,
with
where's Vegeta? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people who have never watched GT are like, "What? They pull out Vegeta for like 12 episodes?" It's like, yeah, but yeah, I see your critique that even if it's not Vegeta, it's still kind of Vegeta being the bad guy. So I
I'm also
understand.
sure it's just me being a Vegeta fan, so I want to see
Yeah, you want
Vegeta.
Vegeta, but he gets his time to kind of shine later on. Oh, I mentioned this before. My favorite GT, my favorite Dragon Ball moment in general is a Vegeta moment later on in the show that we'll get to. So I think he gets plenty of time to shine.
Yeah. He doesn't do much in the Super 17 arc, does he?
Nah, he gets bitched. He has some cool lines and all that shit, but nah, he gets fucked up.
Yeah, he doesn't. I feel like in GT he doesn't do that much cool shit until Omega Shenron. I haven't seen the series in forever though, so who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. I think in Omega Shenron, he's so fucking goaded. It's the best form of Vegeta in my eyes, where he truly puts the gang and the Earth on his back and shit. I think it's sick.
Yeah. Man, that's really the only thing. Like I said, the only answer would be, or have it be Gohan. Like have it be Baby Gohan turned into the bad guy.
Yeah,
Just
but
'cause
it's because Vegeta's the strongest.
I know that's how
Yeah.
you have to do it. Like if I was the writer and I was gonna try to make it be Gohan, I would have to write in the excuse. There's a big power boost from Baby taking over his body or something. You know how there's like a power boost with the fusion or the Potara earrings.
Yeah, true.
I would just make up some imaginary power boost
I
from it
also
being.
think it has to be Vegeta because you know, Baby's the what do they call them, Tuffles or whatever? Baby's the Tuffle and Vegeta is the direct heir of the King of the Sand. So
Yeah.
it has to be Vegeta, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I said,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It all does, but I
Yeah.
just part of me is still like, oh, we did this with Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, but Baby does have the best motivation out of any villain in Dragon Ball, though. He's the most reasonable. Like, oh, that makes sense. He'd want to get his
Yeah.
revenge.
He's like the only bad guy that's not just I want to kill Goku.
Oh, and so is Omega Shenron. Or, like all
Yeah, that
the
too.
Shadow
Yeah.
Dragons, bro. Shadow Dragons and Baby Vegeta or Baby are the best villains in the series because they're the most like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Other
Super
than them,
17's goated because of his design.
Super 17 is the coolest just because I like how he looks. He is like
Yeah.
one of my favorite bad guys just because how he looks. And I always liked Android 17 as a bad guy even.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I was looking at stuff recently. I saw that I don't remember. I feel like we might have talked about this. I don't remember that Akira Toriyama never planned on like Android 17 and 8 or 19 and Juro were going to be the main bad guys of the whole arc. And
Correct, yeah.
then the editors complained about it. So then 17 and 18 were going to do it, and then the editors complained about it. So then it was going to be Cell, but then they complained about it. So then it was going to be semi-perfect Cell, and they complained about it, and then it finally got perfect Cell, which is
Yep.
like maybe the coolest bad guy in all of Dragon Ball.
Oh, facts. It's funny how even though that show was probably annoying as fuck at the time for Toriyama, but he truly made one of the best villains of all time.
Yeah, there was a great clip. I think it was during Super 17. It was either during it was either 17. I was gonna say Baby Vegeta, but it would have to be 17. There's a clip from GT that
Yeah.
will come up on eventually, obviously, where Goku's a Super Saiyan 4 and Trunks and Goten. Trunks, one of them suggests, "Oh, why don't we fuse and try to help this fight?"
Yeah.
And Goku goes, "No, that's not gonna help. I have to do this." And people in the comments were like, they were quoting Goku, and the two funniest comments were, "No, we don't have enough budget. We just have to stick with Goku." And then the next one was, "No, I need to be the main character, so don't fuse." Because it would have
That's
been cool to
facts.
see a teenage Gotenks in this.
Yeah, GT is Goku time at the end of the day.
Yeah, Cell is the coolest. I like those edits of Cell where people are like, "Dude, how hard is this guy?" This guy sets up a fucking ring and stands there for a week and says, "Come run my fade whenever you guys want to show up."
Oh, facts. Cell is fucking goated. Have I ever seen that voiceover where Cell is into fat women?
Yeah, that's a great
That
one.
one's also goated. But dude, Cell is fucking sick. He has a great theme. It's just a goated fucking arc. And we get one of the best transformations of all time with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan because of Cell. So
You know what else I fucking saw just yesterday that I
uh,
totally forgot about? I forgot how hard they were trying to go in on Gohan being the new main character. I forgot that they straight up changed the opening credits to
yeah.
it was Gohan walking through town or whatever.
Yeah, and then the new, like the episode halfway through the episode, it'll play the little clip of them chilling.
Yeah.
It changes to Gohan and Videl driving the fucking car because Gohan is the main character now.
And for a while it turned into like slice of life, Gohan trying to figure out how to Gohan was fighting humans like bad guys as the Great Saiyaman, and he was gonna balance like normal life and
Yeah, we do kind of get another glimpse of that later in the Boo arc when he comes back and he fucks up Boo, but then he gets absorbed and all that.
I read that some people were commenting, the story is that Toriyama was gonna go all in on main character Gohan, but then the fans complained and wanted Goku back. Some
Yeah,
people think that's a myth. They think that's like his excuse, and they think that Toriyama just said, like basically, "Fuck it, I don't think Gohan's cut out for it. I'm gonna go back to Goku."
yeah, I'm not sure of any official word on that, but the fans do play a huge role in how the show and originally like the manga goes. Like people, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that Vegeta was originally not supposed to come back the
Yeah,
first
Vegeta
time
was
he
gonna
did.
die in the Sand arc.
Yeah, but people liked Vegeta so much that dude, he's been around ever since. And so what the fans and what the editors think matters a lot more than I think a lot of people give it credit for. And in Dragon Ball's case, I actually think it's for the way it turned out was for the better, some ways.
Which is weird. I wonder why people liked Vegeta back then. I mean, he was a cool bad guy, but
Yeah, I mean he's pretty cool. And I think he's the way his priorities are relatable for a lot of dudes, I think.
seems to be a hero. What kind? What? Give me the genre. No, what was I gonna say? Was it Vegeta related? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
With Vegeta, if he died in the Sand arc, that would have been. I mean, it would have been. I think bad for like the overall because the Namek arc, the Frieza arc. I remember the Frieza arc was like pure chaos all the time. Like they were just running around Namek and there was just mini bosses that was cool. And it was like weird combinations of like you had like Vegeta hanging out with Krillin and Gohan to go fight.
Yeah.
Like and you
And there's that one time where Vegeta. Have you ever seen the clip of Vegeta beating the shit out of Kid Gohan?
oh, that's like right after the
Yeah, he completely bitches him. He's like, "Oh, we're almost like brothers, haha," and then he just beats the shit out of him.
Okay, wait, no, I'm not talking about that clip.
Oh, you're talking about when they get back to Earth and he beats the
The
shit out of
clip,
him?
yeah, the clip
Yeah.
I think is awesome, which is hilarious. So yeah, they get back to Earth. Goku's gone. They don't know where he's
Yeah.
at, and
I
Vegeta's
think
like, "Yeah,
he's
fuck."
dead. Yeah.
Yeah, Vegeta's like, "Fuck your daddy's not coming back," and Gohan's like, "No, he is coming back."
Yeah.
So Gohan challenges Vegeta, and Bulma goes to step in and yell, but Piccolo holds Bulma back because Piccolo's like, "This is like a learning opportunity for little Gohan. He's gonna get his ass whooped because he's picking a fight with Vegeta."
Yeah.
So Vegeta fucks him up, and Bulma's sitting there crying, and then Vegeta goes to kill Gohan, and Piccolo steps in and is like, "Okay, no more." And that was a cool like Piccolo Gohan moment. But what's
Facts,
funny is
yeah.
that like very soon after that, Bulma starts hitting on Vegeta after watching him fuck up some like 10-year-old kid.
Not even 10, dude. Gohan in that
He's like
arc is
6 or 8
fucking
or
he's 5.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, because there's that crazy ass scene where
Yeah, because he's 11 when he kills Cell, I think.
yeah, Raccoon breaks Gohan's neck and everyone's like, "Oh, why doesn't Gohan want to fight?" And they're like, "Bro, if you were 5 years old and you got your neck broken, I don't think you'd want to fight either." That arc is goated. I actually think that Vegeta getting killed by Frieza and Goku burying him is one of the best moments of the
Oh, yeah, Vegeta
series.
cries and tells him about why he's a bad guy, basically.
Yeah, Vegeta fucking cries and then Goku fucking buries him with his own 2 hands, man. I'm like, that scene is fucking goated. I think a lot of people don't give that scene as much credit as it deserves.
Another great Goku Vegeta scene, like an early on one, is when Vegeta falls asleep, when Goku's healing in that tank,
Yeah, yeah,
and Vegeta falls asleep kinda guarding him.
yeah.
People, somebody put that clip and they put it over, you know that song, that "How Can We Go Back to Being Friends?" When
Yeah.
someone put that clip and they're like, this is what all bros need," or something like that, and it was an awesome clip. It was a great edit.
That's fucking funny.
People make some great Dragon Ball Z edits, like that one I posted with the Deftones song of Vegeta, the sacrifice with Majin Buu.
Oh, facts. Yeah, dude. There's just some great fucking edits. Well, it also helps that Dragon Ball just has like the coolest fucking show, like the coolest fucking moments of all time. Like I said, like people like the show so much because, especially Vegeta. Vegeta's just a fucking hella relatable character, man.
I don't think I have the Badman hoodie. I used to have a pink hoodie. It was the Vegeta. It said Badman on the back, and it was pink, and it was like a play on his shirt.
Yeah,
Don't think I have that anymore. And if I do, it's all stained up from old smoked foils.
gross.
But I might have gotten rid of it. I used to have a really cool sweatshirt with Bulma in her underwear on it
I
too.
remember that one.
It was like a weird material, but that one was cool. I liked that one, but you have to be careful with where you wore that one. It was
Yeah,
obviously like
facts.
an edited picture.
What, really? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It was definitely edited, but that was a cool sweatshirt. But yeah, no, these were good episodes.
No, facts. Go to GT is awesome, man. I don't know why people. I really hope that as the years go on, more people give it a chance and see how goated it is.
Yeah. It got pretty serious pretty quick, and then
Yeah, it
like I
only
said,
gets better with time.
yeah, and yeah, the next episode, I did see the clip recently too where Krillin dies when 17 kills Krillin,
Yup.
which is kind of funny that Krillin just like I can see some people complaining because they do seem to bitch out the characters pretty hard in the series. Like
It's
Piccolo
true.
just gets
Yeah.
command made, and they don't even explain what happened to him. He just episode ends and he's gone.
That's my thing, though. I think that it has to be that way because the alternative is Dragon Ball Super making everyone like Krillin is on par with Super Saiyan Blue Goku at some points, which is just retarded. Let's be real.
Yeah, but I mean, there has to be a healthy middle ground, is what I
Yeah,
would
true.
say.
There is a middle ground. Yeah.
Like Krillin could survive a blast. I get that he's older. Piccolo should not be getting disposed of by a single command. Like I'm sure it sucks, but get up,
Yeah.
Piccolo. Um, yeah. I guess maybe old guy Krillin might die from a single blast from Android
Because
17. I don't know.
Krillin is old as shit by this time, and he's a human, so he's actually old and frail and shit.
Yeah, he's gray as fuck in this.
Yeah, he's got that fucking haircut with the fucking mustache and shit.
But I've seen a bunch of other clips recently. I just can't remember which ones, but yeah. So I can understand some people's complaints when their favorite characters get whooped on so much, and Goku really is, he straight up tells Goten and Trunks, "Don't fuse. I have to fight him."
Goku time. Let's
Yeah,
go.
but to me, that all gets remedied for me when Vegeta ends up going Super Saiyan 4, so that works out.
Yeah, and we get the coolest fucking. I miss when GT was like the ultimate like climax of the series, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was unequivocally the strongest character of all time, and he was like the GOAT. You know, like people
That's
fucking looked at that like this is the pinnacle of Dragon Ball.
that's still canon to me. That
Oh,
Super
I
Saiyan 4
completely
Gogeta
agree.
is just the best of all time.
Yeah, that's the strongest character you'll get. It's the two strongest characters at their strongest forms fused into one. That has to be the best. Yeah, Roshi's still alive at GT. He wears a sick ass outfit.
Yeah, he's in the first couple episodes where he does have a great outfit. And
Yeah.
let me see if I can find a picture of
He's fucking perving around West City on all the women, bro.
Master Roshi is, I think, one of the best characters. I did like what was the movie where he gets a cool power up?
Oh, there's a few. In a few of the early ones, he goes into his buff form, and
But I
he
mean, recently, was it like Resurrection F where he goes buff again?
yeah he goes buff in Resurrection F, and he fights off the Frieza soldiers. It is pretty goated. I can't lie. No, I won't lie. There are some cool Roshi moments in Dragon Ball Super in the Tournament of Power. He's on the team.
Yeah, hell yeah. Here we got this is
Fucking
GT
goated.
Roshi. You got the backwards hat on.
Hell yeah, the fucking the pit viper ass sunglasses.
Yeah, Master Roshi's awesome.
No, he's goated. One of the best characters of all time, no doubt.
And he's got the coolest dude. I want to know how you end up with a fucking house like that, just on a tiny little island like that.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, no, Master Roshi is here. Does he's got to come back in GT, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he comes back at. There's a really good moment in the last episode with Roshi, Goku, and Krillin. There are plenty of good moments with Roshi.
What is this outfit from?
I don't know. It looks pretty new though. Oh, fictional. I think it's a fan. It might be a fan art.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
the
about
moment
fucking.
I'm alluding to is right there on the screen with Goku and Old Man Krillin in the glasses on the right.
Well, yeah, don't they just have like a little bit of a fight?
Yeah, and Roshi's watching them, thinking about when they were young and all that shit. It's a good moment.
Yeah, I forgot about Jackie Chun.
Oh yeah, Jackie Chan, dude. That shit made no sense to me as a kid. I'm like, who the fuck is Jackie Chan, bro?
It's funny. It really is funny how I can never go back and watch Dragon Ball, honestly. Like just after all the action and stress of like Z and GT, I can't go back to like the childish kind of it's like a child adventure, basically, Dragon Ball.
I would agree with you for the early parts, but the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament is goated. Like Goku, that original Goku versus Piccolo fight is. I watched
Yeah.
the clips of it the other day, dude. That arc is fucking tight.
And
It's like,
and I know they kill Krillin, so I know shit does get serious, but
yeah. Oh, that's
Plus
like the OG Goku crash out scene. They kill Krillin and he gets his lick back, and then he fucking eats the guy.
yeah, I just can't go too far back sometimes. I don't know, maybe eventually I can rewatch Dragon Ball again, but,
I think if you look at it as a different show, I think it helps a lot. When you don't think of it as like the prequel to Z, I think it helps you get the action out of your mind a little bit because there's still action, but yeah, there's no ki blasts really and all that shit. They don't fly.
I always forget that Tien and Yamcha were originally badass as fuck, and
Yeah,
then you
facts.
get to Z, and Vegeta stealing Bulma from Yamcha. Tien, like, can only do, keeps Tien's shining moment is keeping semi-perfect Cell down for, like, a half an episode, basically,
The
and
tri
then
beam, yeah. Yeah, Fizz, that's actually a great way to put it. It is like watching The Hobbit after Lord of the Rings. It's a different form of enjoyment. And then, yeah, Shippa says from TN on, it is pretty action packed in the ways Z would become later on. But yeah,
yeah.
those early arcs are pretty goaded. But yeah, seeing Yamcha be like the badass dude and he gets Bulma, like the sexy chick on the show and shit, it is crazy.
I do like always watching the clip of Goku meeting Bulma when Goku's like, "My grandpa told me if I meet a girl, I have to be as polite as possible."
Yeah, and then a few episodes later, he's fucking spanking her with her on her undies and shit.
Yeah, that original. There's a subreddit. I was on the there's a Dragon Ball related subreddit, and of course, conversations because it's Reddit, so it gets completely retarded with people talking about like the sexual stuff in Dragon Ball. But
Yeah.
luckily, it seems like most of the Dragon Ball fans are like people that go on there and try to say, "Oh, this is gross. That's not right." People downvote the fuck out of them, and they're like, "Bro, it was fucking 1980s Japan anime. Like, if you don't get it, shut the fuck up." Like,
Yeah, if it's not for you, shut the fuck up. Don't watch it then. Don't read
yeah.
it.
Like, don't come here and try to accuse Akira Toriyama of being some fucking weirdo or something, because that's not,
Well, and
that you're
shame on
talking
them.
about.
Toriyama's fucking dead now, anyways, and you're gonna speak about his shit like that. Fuck off, foo.
Yeah, that's just how people are. That like that.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy? I think it's Steve Adams. I don't know, the guy that created the Dilbert comic.
Now, what'd he say?
He died.
Oh shit.
You know Dilbert, that
Yeah,
comic.
I know what Dilbert is. Yeah.
So Dilbert died. Scott Adams, and people are talking shit about him. Did you ever hear about a couple years ago what happened to him?
No, what happened?
So Scott Adams had a podcast,
Yeah.
and he was talking about race relations in America.
Yeah.
And there's one quote from one episode where he said, "White people need to get the hell away from black people."
Oh.
And so they took that quote and they canceled him, and everyone hates him now. But what he was talking about was when there's a large group of people that are openly and proudly talking and posting about how they fucking hate you and they want to do harm to you, you should get the fuck away from those people.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
people took that episode and called him racist and canceled him. So then
Oh yeah,
he
because
died.
they knew that his point was right, and if they put it in the full context, they what argument do you have against that?
Yeah. So he dies yesterday, and People Magazine posted some article calling him a disgraced creator or something.
It's
Scott
ridiculous.
Adams, disgraced Dilbert creator, dies at 68. The
Damn.
person who wrote that article was this person.
Of course they are. That's a shame. May he rest in peace, bro. 68's young too.
So many people came after this person, this broad named Victoria, that People Magazine like pulled it down. They originally changed the author to People Staff because she was getting so fucking harassed, and then they pulled it down entirely. So I'm glad the internet went after her for being a fucking bitch
As
like
they
that.
should, yeah. It's fucking ridiculous to pull one of his words out of context. In a context that makes it right too, which is crazy. And then it's kind of like when Charlie Kirk died and people accused him of being subscribed to a trans OnlyFans creator. Like they always just dunk on people with shit that's not even true, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, everything he was saying was like it was just like obvious. Like, bro, if there's people that say they hate you, like don't go around them.
Yeah, if I knew someone hated me, I would avoid them because why wouldn't I? Oh, I'm like, oh, they hate me. I'll avoid them.
Goku checking gender. Yeah, Goku checking gender and Goku checking for tails. And then when he meets her, he checks for her tail.
Yeah.
That's the first time he lifts up her skirt. And then yeah, he has to check for yeah, Goku's funny.
On the,
Somebody, dude, I
yeah.
literally saw a fucking clip. I might have commented on it on Instagram. Somebody literally tried to make a fucking clip of after it's either after the Cell, I think no, it's after the Boo saga.
Yeah.
Goku takes a bath.
Oh yeah,
Like
with Trunks and Goten, right?
with Trunks and Goten. And
Yeah.
somebody tried to make this little short Instagram reel talking about how, oh, Dragon Ball would love to forget about this because this was so creepy and this was so weird. And luckily, everyone got in the comments and they're like, bro, these are like practically monkeys. These people, they're Saiyans, like they're a different
Yeah.
race. This is like basically like a monkey father hanging out with his kids, like taking it's not like stop making shit weird. It's the same people that try to say that episode of Drake and Josh where Miranda Cosgrove has to walk home in the rain. Oh, she's all soaking wet. That's a sex thing. Like, bro, not everything is fucking
Yeah, not
weird,
everything is
perv shit.
sexual. Yeah, no, fucking Goku literally hops in the hot tub with them and then fucking blows it up by going Super Saiyan and shit. Like, it's not, it's not a sexual thing. I mean, Goku is essentially Trunks' uncle and he's Goten's dad. It's obviously not sexual.
Yeah.
People are just fucking perverted in the head.
Yeah, everything gets into weird sex fetish shit for everyone nowadays. And yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
dude, Saiyans are like practically half fucking monkey. Like they might as well be primates. Like I know they're human in form, or, but
Yeah,
they're more animal than most people. Like and even if a dad took a bath, I think Goten's like fucking 8 and that or whatever.
I don't know. I do know that bathing culture is different in Japan, so that probably influences that scene a lot. Like, I don't think, like, obviously in America, I think that would be a little weird. But when you remember that Dragon Ball is Japanese and bathing
Yeah.
culture is different, they do bathe together and all that shit. So, like at a bathhouse or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's what the scene was going for. I'm not sure, but it's clearly not some weird sexual shit. Like, come on.
Yeah. No, it was just a ridiculous video. But luckily, everyone was clowning on them.
Yeah. I think people's brains are just so fucking fried, man. They try and look for sexual shit and everything. It's actually disgusting, especially shit that, is like a scene like that. It's just like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hard cut into CM Punk's new movie.
Oh, the goy slop. All right, yeah, Fizz is backing me up. It's true. And Japan people bathe together a lot more at the bathhouses and shit. So it's completely different. People need to remember the context that the show is made in.
Yeah. No, I mean that's just like white folks in America that think that American culture is like the only culture on the world. Kind of like how, they think that Japan's gonna be down to cast a trainee as
Yeah, it's
Zelda
fucking
in the
lit
new
by
movie.
Zelda, yeah. CM
Where
Punk's
is
new movie, The Goy Slop.
where is the fucking trailer? I gotta find it. I know Fizz is gonna love it. CM Punk is starring in a new movie called Night Patrol that is basically just end of watch put together with sinners. And it's a movie where you've got cops who are bad guys, of course, and they're also vampires, and the heroes of the movie is a gang. Let me look up Night Patrol trailer. Of course, I'm gonna have to hear about it because horror fans. It's a horror movie, and Barbara Crampton, I think it was, already posted about it, and CM Punk reposted her, and she's like, "Oh, this is so fucking great. I'm tired of all these fucking '80s legends being gay as fuck."
Are you gonna play the trailer?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick once you start playing it.
All right. Yeah, got it right here.
Two.
Yeah, Fizz, you watch this. I know Protomax has already seen it, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right.
When I was a kid, all I wanted to do was be a cop. I just thought it was the coolest thing. We're portrayed differently now. We're seen in a very negative light. Most of us are good, but there are a few bad apples out there.
Turn around and face the other way.
What is this? They shot your sister. I think it was Night Patrol.
You guys are special. I want to be a part of that. When are you gonna let me in on the big secret around here? You want in, Night Patrol? This is it.
What the What did you do to me? They vampires.
Tonight, let's go. We show him how Night Patrol hunts. We bleed colonial courts dry. I heard what they were. I still didn't believe.
Y'all feel that? Coming for us next.
This is Night Patrol.
We need to be ready.
Oh, yeah! Oh, hell yeah! Yeah.
Hey. This is a sacred night.
This is good versus evil.
We ain't going nowhere till we get some payback on that demon.
Is it demons? It could be lizard man.
What? Yo, Trip, you brought them silver bullets?
Hold up, blood. That's werewolves, man. You tripping?
No, suck it.
That's funny. YG is in it. That's hilarious. I thought that was him at the end. Dude, you already know when this movie's gonna do well. CM Punk's gonna say it's like his proudest creative endeavor he's ever done. It's gonna suck.
I love how there's a quote in there in that trailer where one of the guys says, "This is good versus evil," and the evil is the cops, and the good is the fucking gang, the street gang, the good guys. And it's gonna be a movie that you're not allowed to criticize. You're gonna see very few brave souls on the internet saying, "I didn't like this movie," and they're gonna have legitimate reasons because this is what happens with movies like Get Out and Sinners. You see brave people in comment sections who will say, "Oh, I'm just not a big fan of Jordan Peele's writing." People are gonna be, "Oh, I didn't really like how there was too many dark scenes in the movie," and people are gonna be calling them fucking racist. You just don't like a movie about black people being the protagonist because you're a racist and you want slaves. And
I like the one where it says you just don't like a black man telling his story as if Jordan Peele actually lived that shit. Like that's his story.
I'm completely convinced at this point that these people that make these movies, they only take on these social topics. They use it as a shield to deflect criticism.
It's true because then people are. I remembered. I don't know if it was Sinners or one of the other ones, but I remember people were saying, "Oh, if you won't go see Sinners, it's because you're racist." People were posting that on people I follow on Instagram were saying that shit like, "Oh, this movie is 10 out of 10. You need to see it." And if you ask yourself why you won't see it, if you won't, I'm like, I don't want to see it because I don't want to. I don't care. You know, like, I don't want to see it.
Get Out. I'll complain about my Get Out complaints in a second. Sinners. I literally saw people saying that Sinners was on par with The Shining by Stanley Kubrick, which is like maybe the most retarded thing I've literally ever read in my life. Like, there's not a movie that is on par with this. Like, it's fucking Stanley Kubrick. Like, the guy transcends
Is
Hollywood.
is Stanley Kubrick the guy that made, was it called Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone saying that that movie he's one of the goats because he exposed that America is essentially run by the Freemasons and all that shit, and there's a lot of, like, symbolism alluding to that even in The Shining that he's trying to expose behind the scenes, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick is just, like, objectively the greatest film director of all time,
Yeah, it's
and
goated. Think about all the iconic shots from that movie that are used I see pictures of today, and I've never even seen the movie, and even I could say, "Oh, yeah, that's from The Shining."
yeah.
Yeah.
So then what happened was some people went to see Sinners, and they would get back into Facebook groups and, Twitter, and they would say, "Yeah, it was pretty good, but it was very overhyped. You guys told me this was better than The Shining." And then people would call them racist and say, "Nope, you just don't think it's better than The Shining because The Shining was made by a white guy, Stanley Kubrick, and that's why you like The Shining." It's fucking pathetic. Get
Yeah.
Out, my problem with Get Out is like a fine horror movie, but the writing is incredibly fucking lazy, I think. So Get Out, the main bad guys are a rich, old, racist white family. Like this is the 1940s.
Yeah.
Like that's not really a thing anymore. Racists are Groypers or people like Fizz in chat literally saying I'm racist. Like it's not rich, old white families. This is not the 40s. But
Yeah.
the problem with Get Out is that they're essentially body snatchers. They send out their young hot white daughter. She brings in these young black men and they take over their bodies and they give them to the elderly members of their family. But
Yeah.
they're racist. They hate black people. So why are they turning themselves into black people? If you were
Yeah,
smart, you
facts.
would have them go take over the bodies of young, healthy white men and then go like attack black people in the streets with your new young,
Yeah.
healthy body. Why would you
No.
turn yourself into what you fucking hate? You
Yeah,
know,
well, if you actually told, an old white person, "Oh, yeah, you can," an old white racist person, "Oh, yeah, you can come back, but it'll be a young black man," they'd be like, "Oh, no, I'll die." Like,
yeah,
why would yeah, there's no way they would say yes to that, that's crazy.
yeah. A real deal racist would never become a black person. It just
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
like
thing is
yeah, that's like their worst fear. I think about all of the what's the guy's name who is like the leader of the KKK? There's some funny ass videos with him, but he says like, oh, he won't even let black people come into his church, bro. But you think he'd become a black person, really?
yeah, and so now if you complain about Get Out, you're racist. And yeah, this is gonna be the new movie. CM Punk's new movie is gonna be the new. Oh, if you don't like this movie, it's because you're racist and because you don't like black people.
Yeah,
I wish conservative and some libertarian movie producers was out there in Hollywood. Um, Conservatives just for some reason suck with art. That's like, been like kind of the bummer. Like like the Daily Wire really tried it,
yeah. But all
and
that, all that shit sucks. Even the music is just
yeah, everything they do sucks. The only good stuff the Daily Wire really did was Matt Walsh's documentaries. Those were objectively funny, but they were obviously political, like What Is a Woman and
yeah,
Racist. Those were both actual funny movies, but they're obviously like political documentaries.
yeah,
But whenever they try to do like, and I watch Daily Wire movies. They did that Western movie with the chick that got fired, Gina Carano.
yeah,
That movie was fine. It obviously had a budget, but certainly not contending with anything from Hollywood. They had that movie Run, Hide, Fight. It was basically a girl in a active school shooter situation where the main villain, the school shooter, literally definitely just watched The Dark Knight the night before to act like Heath Ledger's Joker in the movie, and that movie was fucking awful.
yeah. No, there's some bad ones out there. Also, while we're on the topic of CM Punk's movie, I think I said this off stream, but I stand corrected. CM Punk is not Jewish.
Okay.
I apologize. I was wrong. But I'm sure the movie will suck, but I think it's like you always talk about, man, like there's no balance in society nowadays. Every movie is fucking liberal goy slop and you're going to like it. There's no two ways about it. There's just nothing else cuz there's no balance in society anymore.
I did watch Lady Ballers. Lady Ballers had some funny parts, but Lady Ballers was way too on the nose. Like, again, just in the context of, like, trying to compete with Hollywood movies from back in the day. Like, nowadays, yes, every Hollywood movie is overtly political in some way, but I'm talking about, like, people just creating art movies that used to be good. Like, it didn't really have, like,
Dude,
some overt political
the
message they were
over
pushing.
political messages used to be fucking subtle. Like if you look at I don't know if you fuck with Lord of the Rings at all, but the author of those books has gone on record saying like, "Oh yeah, these are inspired by Catholicism." So there's lots of Catholic themes in the movie, and lots of heroism in it, lots of good shit, and it has those messages, but it's slid in so nicely that you can watch it and not be like, "Oh, this is just a movie for Catholics." Like it's good for everyone, and it has
Yeah,
good messages and stuff.
non-Catholics can enjoy it.
Exactly. I think that's the problem with these movies like the CM Punk's new Goyslop movie is that people that are, people that like the cops and think they do good things for society aren't able to enjoy this movie because they're literally the bad guys and they're fucking vampires and they're getting killed by gangsters. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, David Fincher is one of those exception guys.
Penny Moche was good, bro.
It would also be like the Barbie movie. Dude, we saw the
Yeah.
Barbie movie. I forget how old Nelly was at the time. She
Yeah.
was like 13, but she literally asked us what the word patriarchy meant when we got out of the theater.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This franchise that's for little girls, and you're making the movie about how all the men are fucking retarded. It's just like, what the fuck?
Dude, I literally when I went to see the Barbie movie, what I wanted was just like Toy Story, but Barbie. Like that's what I thought I was gonna get, like just like a fun little, oh, the toys are alive, we're doing Barbie Toy Story. But no, it literally I swear to God they said the word patriarchy like fucking 42 times in that movie. And then what was funny is the movie ended with Barbie going to the fucking gynecologist anyways, and it's like,
Dog.
dude,
You gotta
you
be
know,
kidding me. I never watched it, but yeah, I heard it sucked for anyone with half a brain.
it was god awful. Everyone loved it for there's this monologue that one of the characters gave about how hard women have it, and everything she mentions is like women are expected to be a healthy body weight. Yeah, so are dudes.
I
Women
was
are
about to say, so is everyone. What the fuck?
dude, I should try to find that fucking monologue because it's
That's
ridiculous how
horrible. I
literally
find it.
everything she says, you could say every human is expected to like she's literally just describing like, oh, this is what it's like to be a normal fucking human being.
Yeah, well, and I find it fucking ridiculous too. When you think about, oh, women have it so hard, brother. Everyone has it fucking hard today. No one can afford to buy a fucking house, but oh yeah, let's talk about how women have to go to the gynecologist and shit. Come on, bro.
All right, I know I'll get copyrighted for that, so I'm actually just gonna look up the dialogue. Yeah, everyone calls it the actor's name is America Ferrera. Her powerful monologue in the fucking Barbie movie. Okay, so here's her monologue. It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. She's talking to Barbie at this point, trying to hype her up. And she says, like, we always have to be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. You have to be thin, but not too thin. You mean a normal body weight, like every human should fucking be?
Yeah, healthy body weight. Oh no.
And you can never say you want to be thin. Yes, you can. A
Yeah,
lot
you
of people
can.
say they want to lose weight, and you should say you want to lose weight if you need to.
Yeah.
You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. Again, what the fuck are you talking about? You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass.
Oh yeah.
You mean like men don't have to have them? What? She says you have to be a boss, but you can't be mean.
Says who?
Then she says you have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. Vince McMahon would like a word with you.
Yeah, facts.
She says you're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. Who tells a
says
mom
that?
to stop talking about her kids? People love it when mothers love their kids and talk about their kids.
Yeah, this is retarded.
If anything, it's fucking the same people that write the movies like the Barbie movies that don't want to hear moms talking about their kids.
Dude, the Barbie movie may be peak Goyslop.
She says you have to be a career woman, but also be looking out for other people. Again, says who?
Yeah, well, oh no, looking out for other people, being a decent fucking person. Oh no, no, you can't do that. What the fuck?
And then it continues on. It gets better. She says you have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane. But if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. Who is telling women to answer for men's bad behavior?
Yeah, no one.
She says you're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women because you're supposed to be a part of a sisterhood. People fucking hate you guys in your sisterhood bullshit. What are you talking about?
Well, girls hate each other by nature, so that's stupid.
She says, but always stand out and always be grateful. Again, a normal, healthy
You should always
human
be
being.
grateful. Yeah.
But never forget that the system is rigged. Find a way to acknowledge that, but also be grateful. She says, "You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never
Sounds
show fear,
sounds like some
never
pretty
get
good
out of
advice to me.
line." Yeah, all of this stuff is just explaining what it's like to be like a normal human in society.
Yeah, you should be grateful and you shouldn't be selfish. Like, what are they saying? Are they arguing that you should want to be selfish?
Yes, she's literally saying it's wrong to tell women that they can't be rude, that they can't ever show off, that they can't ever be selfish, that they can't ever fall down. First of all, no one tells you that you can't fall down or fail. People literally say failing is a good thing. You need to fail to like, it's.
Yeah, fall down 7 times, get up 8. You just need to get up.
She says it's too hard, it's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault.
No
Right,
one
because
says that.
everyone notoriously blames women for everything. She
Mm.
says, "I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman, tie herself into knots so that people will like us. And if all of that is so true for a doll just representing women, then I don't even know."
Oh man, dude, I'm so glad I didn't watch this fucking movie. This sounds like fucking peak Goyslop. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like the big monologue in the Barbie movie that everybody fucking said was just so iconic and worthy of all these awards. Like, oh wow, an actress kind of explains what it's like to just be like a normal human being in the
Yeah,
world.
don't be selfish. Help others, be considerate. Isn't that just what you should be? What the fuck are we talking about here? That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Don't talk about how you want to lose weight if you're fat. Like it's just it's fucking ridiculous. And yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
just like
if you're a fat fuck, keep on being a fat fuck because wanting to lose weight is actually anti-woman. What the fuck are we talking about, bro?
soulless consumer and engaging in hedonistic behavior is awesome.
I agree. It's a good way to put it.
7 is good. I'm not as big a fan of 7 as a lot of people are. I like 7. It's a great movie. It's just I'm very hit or miss with the cop movies, like the cop, especially when they get into like the thriller or the horror. Um 7 was good. I know the Saw franchise is not really the same, but that's like the best example of when I get tired of like the cops and horror movies.
Yeah.
But Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, of course, is a great team.
That's goated, yeah.
And that was back when movies were allowed to just be good. And that movie's about the 7 deadly sins, of course, which is always badass too. Nowadays, it'd be a movie like encouraging people to commit the 7
Yeah,
deadly sins.
they would make the 7 deadly sins the 6 deadly sins because, oh, gluttony? No, you should be fat. You should want to stay fat. That's not a sin. It's not a sin to be a fat, stupid fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nowadays, if they made 7, it would be like about how you should commit the 7 deadly sins because they're actually good. I mean, I know people like to talk about the whole pride thing with like that being one of them.
Ha
But
ha ha. I've seen some interesting videos talk about that.
yeah, there's definitely interesting theories to be had
Yeah,
about why this movement would choose pride to be like their name.
yeah.
But yeah, no, movies just suck now. And that's all even aside from just like creative choices. Like even the creative choices nowadays just suck.
Yeah, well, it's funny for the Barbie movie because IP movies have like the easiest way to make good movies. It's so easy. You already have the brand and the shit, just make the movie. But for them to take the franchise about girls' toys and turn it retarded is fucking crazy. Because a movie where Barbie and Ken are both just fucking stupid, doing like, like, oh, blonde girls are stupid and Ken is stupid. I think that would be like a fine movie for kids and all that shit. But for them to take a kids franchise and turn it into some woke goy slop, I think is a shame.
Yeah, all they literally had to do is just do Toy Story, but for girls. Like that's
Yeah.
all you had to do.
No,
It
facts,
really
yeah.
is. It really is with how much they pull out the binder of IPs every day. Like all you have to do is just do what worked before. If it's not like, no, it's not going to win any awards, but it will succeed and it will make money. Like that's all you really have to do. But
Yeah, no, but every movie that comes out today has to be some fucking dude. It's just it's slop, man. It's fucked up.
yeah, no, Barbie was like the pinnacle of that shit. The Barbie movie was fucking terrible. And yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to like I thought it was like a cool idea. Oh, I thought it would have been I thought it would have been cool. I like Margot Robbie. I like Ryan Gosling.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was fucking trash. Even
I
mom was complaining about it when we got out of
I
the theater.
remember, yeah.
When we got out of the theater, mom was like, You know what? I fucking like staying at home and doing laundry all day. Okay, I don't want to work a fucking job. Like, mom just went off about this.
It's funny. Mom will go through like these different phases of her politics. Like she'll claim to be like a liberal, but then she'll be like, you know what? I actually like being at home and doing laundry and all this shit. I'm like, I don't think you know what you really think, Mom.
Well, mom will claim to be a liberal, but mom doesn't know what actual liberalism is today. Because
It's true, yeah.
mom will say some shit, and then I'll tell her like, oh, but here's what's actually going on, and then she'll go, oh no, that sounds fucking crazy. We talk about stuff like this all the time. Like she'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I saw this little thing on the news the other day, and I'm like, okay, you were watching ABC or like MSNBC. Like, let me tell you what's actually going on, and then she'll go, oh, that sounds fucking ridiculous. No, that
Yeah,
sounds
that's
stupid.
crazy. Yeah, it's true.
Speaking of mom, Nelson just texted me.
Nice. I'm sure with some fucking bullshit.
Dude, she has a cast on her leg.
What?
And she texted me and said, pray for me.
Is she okay?
I'm sure she's fine. I saw her just last week and she said she had like a broken toe or something. I think
if she has a fucking cast for a broken...
No, it's a boot. Sorry, it's a boot.
Oh shit, for a fucking broken toe, dude.
And she said, pray for me with the praying emoji.
She's a funny one, man.
Oh yeah, I read that they're doing a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel. I think that's a terrible idea. And even though I like David Fincher, that movie doesn't need a sequel at all.
I was gonna say that movie doesn't need a sequel at all. That was a good movie. I like that one.
What are they gonna do? Like the sequel to the Manson murders? Like there was no sequel.
Maybe they'll make a sequel talking about how Manson wasn't actually you know, a cult leader and all that shit. That would be interesting.
No, so Nicholas Schreck actually has a theory. He thinks that Once Upon a Time was basically written to enforce the Manson.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, because they go with the commonly told story that, oh yeah, it's a cult and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, dude, Quentin Tarantino being such a big name in Hollywood, he knows the real deal. Like everyone in Hollywood, the story is that everyone in Hollywood knows the real deal with what was up with Manson, but every once in a while they have to kind of push the theory. John Stamos was just on Bill Maher's podcast.
Oh.
And they started talking about the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And like 8 minutes into the podcast, completely out of nowhere, John Stamos just brings up Charles Manson and tells the whole cult leader story, the official narrative, which he messed up, by the way. He's like,
Of course he did, yeah.
He got stuff wrong. He got the official narrative story about how they met Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys is that two of the girls were hitchhiking. I forget which girls they were, and Dennis Wilson picked them up, took them back to his house and fucked them. And then he left and then he came back and Manson was just at his house. And there's this cheesy story about how Manson kissed Dennis Wilson's feet like Jesus, and none of that's true. They met just at Hollywood parties and shit, but he messed up which two girls it was that he picked up hitchhiking. And like I said, I forget which two girls it was, but he named the wrong girls. But it really seemed like somebody, because John Stamos hangs out with the Beach Boys. To me, it seemed like John Stamos was probably talking to somebody in the Beach Boys. And one of them said, oh, you're going on Bill Maher. You should tell the Manson story because all these other theories are getting kind of popular now.
Yeah, you need to cover our asses. It's like every few years they need someone to indoctrinate people, the younger generation, to think like, oh, don't get the wrong idea. This is what really happened type shit.
Yeah. So Nicholas Schreck hates that Tarantino movie. I like that Tarantino movie. I think it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Yeah, I enjoy that one as well.
But yeah, no, Hollywood just sucks now. Whatever Tarantino's last movie is going to be, better be a good one. I don't think he's going to stop at 10. I think he's going to make his 10th movie, and then he's going to go away for like 10 or 20 years. But then he's going to come back. He's going to get an idea for another movie, and he's going to come back, and it's going to be like the biggest movie release of all time. He's going to come back for Tarantino's coming out of retirement, and it's going to be a huge deal.
They always come back, man. I don't know if you know the Ghibli guy, Hayao Miyazaki, but he always says, oh, I'm going to retire, and he never fucking does. These people that are like truly great artists can't stay away.
Yeah, because you get ideas. You sit around, you think about stuff, and eventually you're going to want to come back. And
exactly.
But, I don't know. Whenever Tarantino does make his last movie, I hope he doesn't cast CM Punk in it. I don't think CM Punk's that great of an actor. I saw him he did a movie like The Girl on the Third Floor or something. It was just some cheesy horror movie.
Yeah.
He was like the main character in that movie. And he wasn't like, he's not a great actor.
He's not. Well, even in WWE, his best shit is just him being himself. Like him talking shit to people in the crowd at ROH. Like, if he were himself more often, I think he'd be much better.
Manson's psychiatrist that employed him. I don't believe in the Manson MK Ultra thing. I forget. I haven't looked into anything Manson related in a long time. There's something about Manson's like parole officer. I forget the book in the Chaos book. There's some like very loose ties that you could get from like Manson to CIA. Like Manson and the girls used to go into the Haight-Ashbury free clinic where they would get treatments for STDs that they caught all the time.
Nasty.
And obviously that was a free clinic, so it had some government ties. So that's kind of one of the things that ties him to the CIA, but that's a very loose tie. The book Chaos that was written by Tom O'Neill that presents the Manson MK Ultra theory, that whole book is basically written on, like, for any of the theories to work, you have to put Manson in the same room as one of these people, but there's never a time when he's in the same room with one of them. And the book literally ends with Tom O'Neill saying, I can't prove my theory. These are all just a bunch of really good what if questions, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because the theory for him to be the theory is that he was either an MK Ultra test subject or he was working alongside the CIA. But neither of those really work. Because if he's a test subject, then that would mean that because you have to consider there's also the CIA MK Ultra
The
story.
CIA.
Yeah. The MK Ultra test, whatever subject story,
Yeah.
still involves him having a cult of kids that he convinces to go out and kill. So some people will say, oh, well, he learned his brainwashing techniques from the CIA.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then he took them down to the kids and had them go kill people or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to look back into all the Manson stuff eventually. I'll get back into it. I still always recommend I'll pull up the screenshot of it. I'm gonna get off of here in a minute.
I got to dip in a couple minutes as well. Yeah, if you ever wanted to get back into Manson shit and talk about it on stream, I'd be down. I'm pretty interested in learning more about the topic.
If anyone ever has a straight up 3 hours to kill, but trust me, it does take 3 hours, and this is like tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
The best tip of the iceberg thing to look at is there's this video. It's an interview with the author this guy that I talked to that I think is like the best source. He was personal friends with Manson. This video,
fucking old man Manson is fucking hilarious.
It's on the Nicholas Schreck YouTube channel, but if you just look up Nicholas Schreck interview, as you see, Nicholas is spelled with a K, Schreck is spelled like the German word. But if you just look up Nicholas Schreck, it's on the Midnight Rider podcast, but writer is spelled like a guy who writes, Midnight Rider.
Oh yeah.
If you look up Charles Manson or Midnight Rider together, it'll come up. It's a 3-hour interview. And like I said, even that 3-hour interview is like tip of the iceberg, but that is basically the best entire, like, what I think actually happened. He pretty much goes over all of the like I said, I keep saying tip of the iceberg stuff. It gets more into, if you read the actual book that he wrote, you straight up get into like Hugh Hefner trading celebrity sex tapes and shit. And Manson and the girls had a porn production company called I think it was 4-Star Productions or 3-Star Productions. They stole a bunch of cameras from a news camera crew in town, and they used to drive around in a van offering people videography services, and they were making porno videos for people. There's like stories about Manson fucking Dennis Wilson in the ass on camera and shit.
That's probably why they had John Stamos say that shit on camera.
Yeah. Somebody in one of my Facebook groups found a doctor's report from when Manson was in prison, and it was from him talking to a psychiatrist, and they were saying that in prison, Manson's sexual habits are, during oral sex, he is on the receiving end, and during anal sex, he's on the giving end. So people are like, oh, Manson was a top. He was a top in prison. So Manson was never getting fucked. He was always doing the fucking, basically.
Dude, that's heinous.
Yeah. But all right, yeah, I'm gonna get off of here.
Let's call it. Good stream. Oh yeah.
Yeah, good time. Peanut Moche, thanks for stopping by. Shit, Piss, if you're still here, thanks for stopping by. Fizz, if you're still here, thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, thank you guys.
I'm gonna hit the outro.
See y'all next Tuesday. Peace.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.